We're live?
Yeah,
we're live!
Hi.
We're here!
And all the
We're...
pictures, where they go?
Wait, are they... Oh my god, I think the pictures are correct.
Whoa!
Wait, we just first tried it! Yeah, hey everybody! Welcome to Route 66. We are starting a brand freaking new game campaign today, and it is called Malevolence. I wouldn't call it a campaign per se. It's kind of like a module. We're going to be playing through the aforementioned adventure module, Malevolence, by Paizo Publishing. And this is all sort of a prelude. We are going to learn Pathfinder 2nd Edition starting tonight. And then, at the culmination of this... music is a tad bit loud. Good to know. I can fix that.
I thought that was on my end. I just turned it down.
Oh, well, yeah. You guys let me know if the music's too loud. I can't hear things.
What? What'd you say?
Huh?
Ah!
What? Yeah, so,
Hey.
and when we're done with Malevolence, we are going to continue into a proper Pathfinder 2e campaign. More about that in, like, I don't know. I don't have a calendar, like 5 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever. Stay tuned. But as you can tell, we've got some familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Ash, do you want to go first?
Yeah, well, he said my name, so yes. I'm Ashley.
Same time.
Well, you could see who I'm playing. It's on the overlay. Can't really avoid that. But don't
just don't
shush
talk
me. I'm talking about me. So in my free time, well, and my business life, I make stuff and sell it online at Pixelbound Studios. You can find it on Etsy and stuff. And right now, I'm gearing up to do a shop update to put ceramics online. The lighting's really bad, but you know,
Look at that avatar mug.
I've got
Cute.
some happy little trees and some other shit.
Can we
So
go back
go
to the
check it out.
avatar
Ross
mug?
of ceramics.
Yeah. What'd you say?
What?
Would you say something?
Yeah, can we go back to the avatar mode?
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
Yay.
Okay, that's enough of that.
I drink chili out of mine.
And yeah, I think that's about it.
I have a lot of questions about drinking chili, but I'll just let it slide.
Start asking you about pickles, and then you'll get a real good time.
No, don't
gosh.
don't even open the pickle jar here. Not tonight. Ava.
Hi, I am Ava. I stream and I work a lot, and sometimes I stream. I'm addicted to World of Warcraft, and I have bags of chips. So sorry if I forget to mute. I'm hungry.
There's this dark, creepy, tense scene. Crunch.
Yeah, no.
Crunch.
I'm absolutely a little goblin when it comes to food. So
Just make it in character. You know.
I can. She does have a favorite food.
That's right. Y'all laughed when I was asking y'all for your favorite foods and such. But more about that later. So, thank you, Ava. Wait, you're done already?
I don't know what else to promote.
I mean, shoot. I mean, we did cover all the bases.
I'm
Goblin,
simple.
chips, streaming.
And this
World
is
of
Kibu.
Warcraft.
There we go.
There we go, cats. Yeah. Oh, you also didn't mention bubble tea.
Oh, yeah. I had one today, but I drank it too soon. So,
Gone but not forgotten.
Next time.
yeah.
Thank you. Alvin.
That's me? Is that me? That is me.
Yeah, that's you.
I'm Alvin. Well, I like Gundams and mechs in general. World War II aircrafts. I usually don't know what I'm doing, so if it looks like I did something quite brilliant, I had absolutely no idea it was going to end up that way.
What were the name of your cats again?
Oh, one of my cats is P40 Kitty Hawk, and the other is registered as Pickles. Baron Bond Pickles D4. He's not really a nobility. I'm working out on that. I will get a certified nobility for him, but not yet. It's very expensive.
Makes sense.
Perfect.
Whew,
Who do I want to... Oh,
PC did explode recently, but I made it better. It glows.
I'm hesitant to
Oh,
ask,
shit.
but when you say explode, that's a metaphor, yes?
No, it popped.
Oh, no.
It was sad.
Yeah. Well,
But
that
now
is
cry under the globe, RGB.
that is absolutely tragic. Beautiful. Thank you. In the spirit of what we used to do, Alvin, do you have any nice trivia for us?
On what topic?
Explosions.
Oh, well, so whatever you do, don't pop bags of flour or sugar or icing in the kitchen because you can very easily make an explosion that way, especially if you have open source fire nearby. Also,
Oh.
it's really cool to throw bags of flour and sugar in the fire, but never do it unless you're a trained professional.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try it anywhere.
I hadn't heard sugar, but flour is super flammable.
I never really knew that.
I didn't know that either. I knew that sugar was like not good to put on.
So
stuff
if you
like
have
fire.
like a kitchen fire, don't throw flour on it.
No.
Got it.
No.
Okay.
Fire on fire.
I guess let's do Knit.
Okay. I'm Nit. Hello. I've played a bunch of D&D before. I've never really played Pathfinder, so this is new to me, but I love tabletop RPGs. I'm a DM myself. I love to knit. I love to play the video games, and I love baking. I baked bread this morning. So that's pretty much it. And I
Okay.
also work too much. And
Can
I have
people
a cat
watch you?
up there. Oh yeah, people can totally watch me on Twitch. I play a lot of RPGs. I'm playing a super sweet murder mystery right now, and I play Metroidvanias and stuff. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch at iKnit16. That's my name.
You sure it's 16?
Yeah, it's 16. It's definitely 16.
What happened to the other 15?
They died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that okay? Is it okay to talk about or?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I killed them all.
Oh,
Nit wanted the name just for herself.
I mean, there can only be one, right?
There only be one.
There will never be another iKnit again. Just me.
Does that make you the? Does that make you Knit Prime?
Maybe. Maybe.
Beautiful.
If you're Knit Prime, can you ship me bread in a day?
I just don't know if it'll keep. I would love to ship baked goods. I just don't think they'll keep.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
No, don't. Someone once mailed me cake across the border. It did not receive well.
Oh, God.
That's very tragic. Thank you, Kelso.
I was gonna say, I guess that means me.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kelso, or Kelso Toes, or some people call me Toes. I don't know. Whatever you want to call me, it's fine. I also stream on Twitch super infrequently right now because I'm on kind of a weird hiatus to readjust my relationship with gaming. But I have. Okay, so I've played D&D before, but I've played a literal total of about 2 hours. So I have no idea what I'm doing. We're just going for it.
Noob.
Yeah, very much so.
That's
So,
good
yeah.
though. You know what that means? It means you don't have any bad habits yet.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'll give you bad habits. Don't worry.
I was just gonna say you're in the wrong crowd to avoid bad habits. I'm sure.
Perfect in every way.
All right. I guess that leaves me. I'm Askell Archer. I'm the GM. That's right, GM, not DM. That's how you know it's extra cool. It's a G. I will be running the game tonight and trying my best to adjudicate these brand new terrifying rules that I've been looking at for a few months now. And you know, I stream video games and that's I don't do much. That's like my thing. And I hang out with these people. And then I spend like 40 hours a week getting games ready for D&D. So, that's us. That's what you can expect from our group, but there's one more very important player in games on Route 66, and that's you, chat. If you want to be involved in the game, you can do so by spending your gold pieces, that's the channel points, to purchase chat's blessings, which are recorded on the overlay. Oh my gosh, this brand new overlay. Where is it? Over in the upper right corner. And our players can spend those chat's blessings to give themselves +1 to give plus or minus 1 to any d20 roll per point spent. Now, I want to add a caveat here that is exclusive to Pathfinder 2. Because of the way Pathfinder's mechanics work, that could get vastly, overwhelmingly powerful. So I am going to put a cap that no more than 5. Actually, no. Here's what I'm going to do. You can only improve or worsen a condition by 1 step. So you could take a success and make it critical success. You could take a critical failure and make it a failure. But you could not take a critical failure and make it a success or critical success. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It'll be... if you aren't familiar with Pathfinder 2E, not calling out any names or anything, it will be very clear the longer we play this what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's, could be anybody. But that's how you can be involved today, chat. So, without any further ado, we've got a brand spanking new introductory video. And it's gonna do the thing.
I am going to do the thing.
And we're back.
We're back. Well,
We're back.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So let's kill the music a little bit.
There's music?
It's gone
Are-
now.
You're joking, right? Ava.
Done
Ava.
playing. No, we're good.
Ava. All right.
Nice.
So.
This is why we
I'm
talked
open.
about, before the game. Yeah.
We had to get prepared.
We did not get our giggles out.
Dear Miss Alexia O'Connor, it is with great excitement that I write to inform you of an inheritance awaiting you in Ravenel. Our records indicate that in 4641 AR, one Connor Xarwin fled to Kintargo to avoid persecution in Cheliax. While the details are lengthy and complicated, our historians have assured us that you are the next of kin in the Xarwin line, and as such, are the inheritor of your family's legacy. If you are interested in claiming this inheritance, it would be my honor to turn over all assets to you here at the Pathfinder Lodge in Kintargo, Ravenel. However, if it is your wish, the governing Silver Council can reclaim said assets and proceed to auction. In this case, please return this letter along with your signature and a written statement confirming your wishes to our messenger. Thank you, and I hope to meet with you in person to discuss these affairs. Signed, Venture Captain Corda Silverspan, number 213 Butterfly Street, Temple Hill, Kintargo, Ravenel. Here in the streets of Kintargo, amid the tolling of silver bells from the cathedral high above, a woman stands on the cobblestone street. Ash, would you please describe what Alexia looks like as she stands in the street rereading this letter that she received a month ago now?
So, Alexia is wearing knee-high heels, and I don't know. It's kind of like a red dress, but it's very travelable. It's not super fancy, and she's got on a fancy jeweled necklace. It's a red ruby surrounded by 2 sapphires. And it looks like she has a little traveling bag with her. And she has long, dark hair, which you can tell she's been traveling as her boots are a little worn and dirty, but her hair, her makeup is pristine. And at this time, she's looking around with very, very light blue eyes for the Pathfinder Lodge in Kintargo.
And as you tuck the letter away again, we sort of pan out and we can see all around you this majestic city, the Silver City of Kintargo. It's actually right behind me.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. You can see the towering spires of Castle Kintargo just along the bay. Or rather, I should say, at the mouth of the Yalubalis River. You can see horses and carriages traveling well-maintained cobblestone streets. And far below where you stand, in the upper reaches of Temple Hill, you can see the brick-roofed district of Red Roof and the numerous signs of, I can't remember, I'm brain farting on some words, the signs of construction and of new housing, new apartments. This is a city of hope, a city that is on the rise, especially politically in the region. And closer to you, just down the spiraling street you stand upon, that descends the hill, or ascends if you wish to go all the way up to the Kintargo Cathedral. You see temples lining every few buildings, with the rest of the buildings being a mixture of apartments or homes of a richer sort, or the occasional shop, most of them tailored to whatever the closest temples are. And directly in front of you, you see a brand new, gleaming brick building. It's 3 stories, with a balcony at the second story that sort of comes out partway along the front and runs along the entire length of the building. Though nobody stands on this balcony now, you can see numerous access points to it, like glass doors that open onto it. You can see that there are a few square-shaped towers jutting from the corners of this building that sort of makes it look a little like a castle, like a miniature castle. Through the windows, you can see velvety curtains of yellow and silver. And you can see everyday activity, business, work being done, the work of office clerics and meetings with you wouldn't know who. You can see a sign.
A clear entrance?
Yes. There is a set of brick steps that ascends to a little porch that opens into the lodge itself. And there is a large rectangular sign mounted on brand new wood supports in freshly grown grass that names this place Pathfinder Lodge.
Head held high, she will stride right in because she was invited.
On a plaque just beside the door, you see someone has engraved a sign stating that thank you to all who have made this lodge possible, but especially to the Jarvis Memorial Foundation for a generous donation and the provision of this building. When you step inside, you follow signs. You can see that there's a lot of activity here. There's people kind of hustling and bustling. You see there's halflings, tieflings, humans, elves, half-elves, a few half-orcs. You can see a trio of dwarves who are all huddled over what looks like a large map that they're kind of muttering to each other. A brisk moving half-orc kind of slams into you a little bit and watch it. And keeps moving out.
I meet his eyes and I'm like, daggers.
And for a moment, he sort of does a double take and then, not worth it. Makes his way. He lowers his eyes first and makes his way out of the building.
That's right.
A spectacled, middle-aged human man approaches you. Excuse me, did I see you just came in?
I ignore him.
Miss, hello, excuse me. And he'll actually approach you. Do you have business with the lodge? I'm sorry, has anyone spoken with you yet? As you can see, we have sort of a busy day.
I'll take out the letter and I'll just hand it to him.
He'll take it. You must speak with the venture captain. You are expected. If you will accompany me, I will take you to his office.
Perfect.
And he will take you up a set of wooden stairs that sort of spiral, but in a boxy square spiral instead of a gentle curving one, up to the second floor, where there's sort of a balcony that overlooks the interior, the main floor where all this activity is going on. And there is a curtained door that this individual kind of knock. Venture Captain, Miss O'Connor is here. And you hear, come in. And he kind of moves out of your way and gestures for the door.
I take my letter back from him.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He would have given that back to you right away.
Okay.
As you enter into the room, you see that it is an office. It's somewhat dimly lit. You can see that one of the glass doors is in here that opens out to the outer balcony, but it's currently curtained off. You can just see a little bit of sunlight cracking through. Seated at a very large desk in a spacious room that can only belong to somebody in charge, you see a Tengu, a figure, humanoid mostly, but with the head of a raven and the general black feathered visage. You can see that he wears a multi-hued vest over plain white, a plain white tunic. You can't really see what he's wearing, for legs or what have you, but he kind of has the general air of a duelist, someone who would just remove the vest and be ready to get into a fight. The desk bears a plaque that names this individual as Venture Captain Corda Silverspan. And he rises, stepping around the desk to take your hand. It is good to see you, Miss O'Connor.
I give it to him. Just looking around the room.
I was relieved that you took the offer to come out here. How was the voyage?
Arduous, long.
Yes, I have heard there is some piracy that has been plaguing the Vrisian coasts of late. I trust it was a safe voyage, at least.
Safe enough.
Cool.
I spared some expense coming out here to you. I hope you are grateful for that.
Yes, of course. And we do understand that this has been quite the shakeup for you. Especially, I would imagine, especially with all that's transpired with Academy and your expulsion.
No.
So,
No. I left.
Of course. Forgive me.
May we sit?
Yes. Please take a seat. And he sits at his own desk and begins taking out some papers.
She will sit across from him, cross her legs, and pull out some tobacco on a really, I don't know what you call those long cigarette things. And just
I know what you're talking about.
Fucking Cruella DeVille over here. And she'll start smoking.
The lady in Phoenix Wright had one. I know what you mean.
Actually, no. She'll kind of hold it expectantly.
After a moment of just kind of blankly staring, he'll remove like a tinderbox and light up. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, as I indicated in my letter, you are the bearer of an inheritance. Tell me, are you familiar with Connor Xarwin?
No, I'm not.
That makes sense. His flight from Igordian was something of a scandal back in the 60s. There was some drama between family members in which the cousin of Connor was hunting down family members prior to ascending to his own noble birthright. Connor Xarwin perished in flight, but his son took upon himself the name of O'Connor, and after spending some time in Kintargo, voyaged out to Corvosa. So, with the liberation of Ravenel from House Thrune and Cheliex, and the matters of war more or less resolved at this point, the Silver Council and the Church of Abadar has been looking into all manner of misplaced relics and lost property. You understand, war results in a lot of confusion and chaos. Amid perusal of our records, we came upon the deed to one Xarwin Manor just at the edge of Ravenel. We inquired with thrice-damned House Thrune, and it would seem that all other members of the Xarwin lineage have perished, and after consulting with our accountants and clerics, we believe you may be the only living heir of Connor Xarwin, who would have been the next in line to inherit.
I see. And she'll just take a long drag and just sit there.
He kind of slides the deed out of his stack of papers in front of you. As you can see, we have the deed here for you. If you are interested in claiming it, or you may, of course, auction it, as is your right. I'm afraid it is the only remaining property of Joseph Xarwin, its former owner.
So no holdings elsewhere, business ventures here?
I'm afraid not. Joseph was rather reclusive.
I see. I'll just kind of glance at the paperwork. Does it... I don't know shit about that, but does it look all in order?
You can make, if you are trained in legal lore.
I sure am not.
Then, yeah, to your eye, it looks...
That seems legit.
It looks proper, yeah.
Yeah.
We, of course, are happy to put you up if you require time to think on this. However, there are a few details, and he sort of puts one of his taloned claws onto the paper to hold it to the table. Some details that we think you should be aware of.
Go on.
The Xarwin property was built around a village called Crook Cove. Excuse me, it's been a long morning. Crook Cove is something of an infamous ghost town now. It is thought to be haunted, and it is avoided by all save traveling hell knights and the brigands seeking a place to lay low. As such, we believe the Xarwin Manor may be cursed or haunted, or, if nothing else, protected by someone who wants the world at large to think it is.
Do you believe it is haunted?
I've seen a number of difficult to believe things since the fall of Thrune in Kintargo. It would not surprise me to learn that it is. However, we saw this as something of an opportunity. Seeing as you've no rush to return to Corvosa, as you have departed schooling of your own accord, we thought that perhaps you might be willing to accompany a crew of Pathfinders to the manor to sort of act as a red tape expedition.
Well, I do have many business ventures. I suppose I can make some time to do this. Maybe as a, as a favor to the Pathfinder Lodge. I can see that this is done expediently.
Would perhaps it might ease the swallowing of this tea if I informed you that completing an assignment for the Pathfinder Society, and especially this lodge, would result in a formal induction to the society and all of the benefits that would accompany such an induction. Provided, of course, that you recorded your findings and provided a chronicle.
She's gonna kind of... Her eyes widen just a little bit at benefits, but she plays it cool. What sort of benefits?
Well, of course, all members of the Pathfinder Society receive a Wayfinder. He gestures to a compass hanging from his belt. As he taps it, it sort of starts to glow for a moment before he removes his hand and the glow fades. There are also various bits of prestige that you can gain. The ability, for instance, to stay in any lodge. You would be able to seek shelter with the Pathfinders, perhaps even legal amnesty in certain situations and countries. We do not extricate.
So, free lodging here, or...?
Yes. Yes, of course. Though, as the society is not yet ready, we are still brand new in Kintargo, we would, for the time being, put you up in the Coffee Maker's Dream in Vilgrim, while your team is put together.
Do I know if that's a nice part of the city?
You can make a society check.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
First
get that
die roll of the
out of the
game.
way. Society. Uh-oh. Which do I just...
You just click it. That's the one. Hey, 25.
Holy
Not
shit.
only did you do it, that is a critical success because you beat the DC by 10.
Hell yeah.
So 25. Dang, dude. You know that the Coffee Maker's Dream, you haven't been there, but it was one of the places recommended to you based on your social status. It's higher end. It's not a noble villa, but you could expect like multiple rooms. It would be like a hotel room that has like 3 different rooms, not including the bathroom. Like it's a suite.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a good one, and it's in a good part of town. It's safe. You also know that the owner of the Coffee Maker's Dream is an ex-Pathfinder.
Who is it? Do I know the name? You can tell me.
I would say you don't know the name because I don't have a name. But
well, it's not quite up to par with what I'm used to, but I think that'll do nice.
Very good, very good. Then I will have a letter sent right away. By the time you get to the Coffee Maker's Dream, they should be all ready for you. I took the liberty of calling you a carriage.
Oh, perfect.
They, the owner of the local carriage guild wished to make some bargains with the society. So,
I can take the deed now. Yes.
of course,
He's not holding
you will have to visit the Temple of Abadar. It is 4 buildings up the hill to have it to go through the legal paperwork and such.
And
They will be expecting you.
There are other Pathfinders.
Yes, we will be in touch with you once we've assembled a team. We wish to make sure that you are provided with the best we can provide. I don't need to tell you that it is in everyone's best interest that this red letter assignment go off without a hitch, for you and for us.
I would want nothing more. Are we done?
Yes, of course.
I'll stand up and go wait by the door.
Okay. Yeah, he'll power move. After a moment, like he also stands, but when you clearly
And I'll
don't
just
open the
be
door,
smoking over there.
and like a few of his feathers sort of shift and ruffle a little bit. He kind of smooths them down on his neck and then walks around the desk, opens the door, and sees you.
It was very nice meeting you.
You as well, Miss O'Connor. He closes the door behind you, and as Alexia O'Connor departs the Pathfinder Lodge, Cordo, seemingly alone in the room, says, "Well, what do you think?" "I think she's in more dire straits than she lets on, but she's exactly who we thought she was. And this assignment, she can handle it?" "No, I don't think so. But we know some people. I'll get some people together. You get some people together. Let's get our team built." We now pan out of the Pathfinder Lodge, out of Temple Hill, and sort of imagine our camera flying west over the cathedral and beyond to where you can see there's a strip of green with fountains and clear crystal pools. You can see that there is an opera house with flyers all over it, and you can hear music emanating from it, what sounds like someone singing an aria, and crowds of people like handing tickets and entering this opera house. But we continue past the opera house into the darker, more shadowy parts of Kintargo. The older part of town, the low town, if you will, old Kintargo. And here, the streets are maybe a little less maintained. They're muddy. Some of the buildings are, I don't want to say run down. It doesn't look like a slum. It looks old. And not everything has been maintained the way it should. The city's Dotari, that is its police force, patrol here. You can see that there is a large statue in a cobblestone square of a flock of ravens flying away, and it's built entirely from silver. We hone in further on a single building. Kind of dumpy, old. It looks abandoned. It's dark. There's a large hole in the wall of the second floor. We enter into the dark interior and down a set of stone steps into the basement of this building. There's a murmur of voices and the flickering of lantern light as 2 Dotari stand at the bottom of the steps with a third figure. One of the Dotari starts to step through the door at the bottom of this abandoned basement, but a hand snatches out kind of at the chest of the Dotari, gently pushing them back before, tail swishing behind them, a tiefling takes a step ahead. Kelso, would you please describe your character?
She is really tall and very, very thin, very like typical tiefling in that regard. She has on some knee-high boots that have clearly been through it. Not quite as nice as they could be, but they get the job done. She has really long, white, almost silvery hair. It's done up in a bunch of like different kinds of braids, like very like Viking-esque. And she has a tail. Very long, very skinny. And it has like a little I can't think of how I want to describe it, but it has a little thing at the end. And
Like
it
a devil tail?
No, not like a point, like damn it, I don't know the word
Stinger?
for it, but no, it's not useful in any way. It's just kind of
Poof?
cute. Yeah, like a poof,
little
I guess.
poof, like a little lion tail?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I love that.
and she has some little rings that are on the very end of her tail, and as well she has 2 horns, and really, really sharp, like narrow eyes, that are kind of like a purpley color.
Okay. And those eyes sort of shimmer in the darkness with the lantern behind her, because as you look through this dark doorway that you just stopped the Datari from stepping through, you can see the room you were asked to help them investigate, a place they suspected might be booby-trapped. You see a dark stone basement. You can see old infernal paraphernalia hanging on some of the walls. You see there is a moldering portrait of Queen Abigail of thrice damned House Thrune, the Queen of Cheliax, who used to control this region before the revolution. You can see that there are a few torture implements here and there, some kind of a wooden rack, some chains. And you can see a large vault door at the back of the room. Your prize. What do you do?
I definitely want to check and see if there's any kind of traps that are particularly obvious. But also,
Okay.
fun fact, I don't remember how to roll on here.
You'll just have to click the skill or whatever that you want to roll. But in this case, it's not actually a skill. It's going to be on the right
Okay.
side. It's perception.
Okay.
And what you are doing is the seek action, I believe.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, scan an area for signs of creatures or objects using perception. I think that's seek, I think. And I apologize once again if anyone knows these rules better than I do. We're all new to Pathfinder 2e, so I'm doing the best I can.
Okay, what did you say it was?
I believe it is seek. So perception. It should be on the right side of the core tab or the main page of your character sheet.
Wow, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay. It's okay. It'll be on the first tab of the character sheet.
Ah, there it is.
So
I found it.
found
I found it, finally. Okay. What do I do with it? I don't know. But I'm so
You're going to
sorry.
click it.
Where?
There should be a prompt to...
It's the thing that says perceive, I think. Right below the number.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Oh, God.
Oh,
Well,
no! That is
well.
a critical failure. So,
You go blind!
you take a step into the dark basement to look for some traps, and suddenly you become aware of a pressure on your shins. And as you look down, you see the little tripwire boop, snap. And then suddenly a large, whirling metal buzzsaw rises out of the floor and slides right toward you. I need you to make a reflex saving throw.
Okay.
21.
Yeah.
So
I figured it out
because
also with
it was a
your
critical failure on the perception, your success becomes a failure If you'd have rolled a critical success, it would have become a success. So it's basically reduced by 1 step. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it becomes a failure, but it's not a critical failure. You throw yourself out of the way as best you can. Unfortunately, it still kind of clips you, and you take... Give me a sec, I'm looking for it. I'm looking! Got it.
50 billion points of damage.
I know, right? I'm just gonna die first off. It's
Reroll.
fine. Everything is
Nope,
fine.
nope.
In your intro, you die.
You
Yeah.
take 9 points of damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
And you kind of like are laying prone, and the buzzsaw seems like it's supposed to go back down into the floor, but you hear a terrible metal shriek, and it sort of spins in place for a moment before coming to a stop partway into the floor. Then one of the Dotari behind you, fuck! What was that? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you
She
sure?
stands up and brushes herself off.
They're kind of helping you up, like, you were right. That's... And the other one, the one who hasn't spoken yet, is the one who you stopped from walking through the doorway, kind of taking the buzzsaw for him. He's like, shit, I think I'll just make sure that no one comes down here. And like kind of runs up the stairs. What do you do? You can still see the vault door.
She carefully walks to the vault door.
Okay. You approach the vault door, passing a couple of those racks and torture implements.
Is
It
there
looks like one of
a-
those big bank vault doors, if you know what I'm talking about, like with the big
So
wheel.
I was wondering if it had a wheel. I was wondering if it had like an obvious way to open it.
It does, but you can also see that there is a set of 3 keyholes to the right of the wheel.
Okay. I assume we don't have any keys.
You do not.
Okay. I guess I'll just give it a try to open it, like lightly. Like I'm not gonna
Just
put a
a
ton of
tug on
effort
the
into
wheel?
it, but yeah, just kind of see if it moves.
Okay. It seems to be stuck or locked. It doesn't. The wheel doesn't turn.
Okay. I speak to the other Datari.
Mhm.
It looks like there's 3 keys. I guess
Oh,
We
those are
should check.
probably lost to time. Can you get it open? Do you have thieves' tools?
yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think so.
You're working with the law, so nobody's gonna bitch if you pull out some lockpicks.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't know how to check it. Okay.
You definitely.
Okay. So yeah, I take those out. And I go to work on the first keyhole.
Okay. So this would be a thievery check. It's on the same page as perception, but it's in that middle section with all the listed skills, and those are alphabet. Oh, you found it. Your dice luck not doing you any
Not
favors
great.
here.
I'm not excited about this. It knows it's my first time. It's testing me.
Let me just pop open my handy dandy thievery cheat sheet. There we are. This is pick a lock. Okay, so your lock picks break. That is
Awesome.
a critical failure. As you're working the lock, you hear a little ting, and then the lock picks break, and like you pull them out. And as you do, you see a needle just pop out of the lock where your hands just were. The broken lockpicks probably just saved you from getting a needle in the hand. So that there's some good with the bad.
Mhm.
To use your thieves' tools, they will need to be repaired, just so you know.
Solid.
Or swapped
Okay.
for replacement picks.
Placements, right.
You don't have to pay for that in this case because this is just an intro. We can assume when the adventure proper starts that you have those, but just be aware.
Cool. Good to know. I don't know what else to do.
I would say. Okay, just checking something. You hear a metallic clang from the dark corner of this basement. And the Dotari curse is kind of like, what was that? And you can see he's got like a hand on a sword.
Yeah.
What do you do?
She stands. I assume she was probably kneeling to do the
Probably.
lockpicking.
Yeah.
She stands with a really light sigh, and goes to really slowly goes to check out the corner.
Okay. You have dark vision, don't you?
I do have dark vision. Yeah.
Okay. You can see then. So dark vision is like infrared. You can kind of see that there's no one else down here. There's no heat spots. There's no individual. But as you approach this dark corner, taking great care, you see that his lantern light, because he's kind of following after you behind, shimmers off of something metallic on the floor.
Okay.
And as you bend down and pick it up, it's a key. But you are certain it wasn't there a minute ago.
Well, my perception was a critical fail, so.
So that could be that you're wrong, but also something made a metallic clang, and it sounded sort of like a metal key falling on a stone floor.
So she picks it up, and she looks up kind of where it came from, just trying to see if there's like where it could have come from.
Okay. Looking up, you can see that there's a dark, very small hole in the ceiling. Like big enough that a cat could squeeze into it. You maybe could fit into there, but it would be tight. You'd be squeezing. It'd be very claustrophobic.
Okay. Before doing anything with that, she goes back to check and see if the key works. Because why not? We're down here anyway, and a key just showed up, so
Sure.
She goes and tries it on, I guess, the second lock, because the first one has a needle through it. Yeah, so
Into the second lock. The key doesn't go into the second lock, and a second later, a little needle pops out, and I need you to make a reflex saving throw.
Okay.
21. Okay, you pull your hand free very quickly, avoiding once again a needle.
Okay. She heavily sighs again and mumbles about how traps are everywhere. And she also do I still have the key, or is the key it
No, you
doesn't
still have
fit,
the key.
right? So I still have it. Okay.
It didn't fit the second lock, yeah.
So I guess we'll go on and try the third lock, and she is prepped for another needle.
It goes into the third lock. Fits perfectly. Turning, you can hear click, but the key keeps turning. Click, 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 until you've turned it like a full 360 before it finally comes to a stop and you can pull the key out. And then giving the wheel a spin, it spins no problem. And the Dotari whoops and kind of laughs. You are something! And you're as good as they say. Here, let me get that. And he'll like grab the big vault door and pull it open. There's a blast of cool air. And within, you see metal shelves in a little vault. These shelves are adorned with all manner of items. You can see bound up scrolls, a sword with a very evil look to it, set into a display. You can see that there's some orbs and a few books that look like they might be bound in human skin bad, bad stuff. And the Dotari whistles. Phew. That's, looks like the tip was right. These are cursed. For me, Ma and a Sarah. Well, you've done your part. I can't thank you enough. Without your help, these... Shite.
There's no need to thank. She walks in to the vault carefully again.
Okay.
To kind of take a closer look at everything. She kind of runs her fingers along the books just to kind of see what they're made of.
Oh yeah, that's human skin.
Yeah. And she looks pretty intently and closely at the sword.
Okay, could you do me a favor and make a quick perception check?
Sure. I remember.
While you're doing that, as you're looking at the sword, you can hear whispers, just at the edge of hearing, like something. You can't make out the voices, what they're saying. Just like it's very soft and subtle, and definitely coming from the sword.
Right.
Perception 19. You notice that the temperature is dropping rapidly. Like you can see your breath in front of you. And looking about quickly, it's coming from one of the orbs, seated on a shelf.
I want to check out the orb.
Okay.
It's very risky, I feel like, but I want to.
Very. As you approach it, it gets colder and colder, and the whispers get louder. It feels like all of these objects in here are staring at you. And then suddenly, it's tripped. Something changes. The temperature drops to dangerously freezing. You can see like shadows beginning to creep from the orb, whirling all about. I need you to make a fortitude saving throw as they begin to pass through you, reaching for you. 17. Okay. That is right on the money. So that counts as a success, not a critical success. So instead of 12 damage, you take 6 points of cold damage.
Okay.
As these spectral forces begin to whirl about, passing through you, reaching at you, clawing in, like passing through your face and head, leaving trails of frost and rime on you, and like you're shivering violently. You can't get away from them quickly enough. The whispers are like overwhelming, and then the little orb just shatters. And the cold is gone.
She decides to go on and leave the vault and leave this to the Tari.
You think they got it from here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need my help anymore.
Yeah. Maybe we'll call in some mages to pack these up. Wouldn't want to, trip
That might
anything.
be helpful.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for your consultation, and of course, you hear footsteps, heavy footsteps coming down the stairs you guys came down from. A moment later, a figure emerges, holding a torch. The figure is big, hulking even, covered head to toe in obsidian black armor. And you can see like razor sharp fins coming from segments of the armor. In his other hand is a halberd, not at the ready to fight, but there's a giant iron helm with a razor fin along its back and 2 horns coming out the side. All of it heavy black steel. And you know this, you've seen figures like this before. This is a Hell Knight, a member of the Order of the Torrent. They are ultimate enforcers of law who answer to the code and the what is it? The chain and the, I can't remember the terms, but they are ultimate law. They don't have mercy. They don't have compassion. They aren't evil per se, but they are not. They're no nonsense. It would be something that through your upbringing, no one was ever happy to see a Hell Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And as this individual descends, behind that black faceplate, you hear, Razel Iskalan? Iskalan?
Yes, that's me.
He probably got your name wrong.
Of course, they always do.
They always do. You will come with me.
She kind of gets this cold pit in her stomach. None of her interactions have ever been good with them.
The Dotari sergeant. Are you serious? She's a consultant. She's here working with us.
It's fine. It's
You
fine.
will come with me.
She goes without a fight. Okay. She just knows that there's no point.
There really isn't. These guys are good. He escorts you outside where you can see that there's a few more Dotari waiting, including the one who you stopped from going into the basement. There's also a carriage, black, with the silver image of a dragon's head emblazoned on the hubcaps of the carriage. And you can see the door is already open. The Hell Knight kind of gestures in.
She approaches with caution, but not like crazy caution. She's just like, she knows she has to do it, but she's not exactly pleased about it.
Yeah, that's valid.
So she walks in to the carriage.
Okay. Inside, you can see that there's like a bulletin board hanging over the both benches. The seats are nice and leather. Well, actually, probably pleather. The bulletin boards have like different advertisements on them, like visit Joe's salt mine. Get your salt by the shaker or by the ton. There's all sorts of like, you get the idea. It's a both sides have bulletin boards with all these different ads, including one, not that I don't imagine your character would notice it at present, but there's one that our camera sort of pans in on that's like, join the Pathfinder Society. Go on adventures, find lost, hidden lore, delve into ancient ruins. The rest is covered off by another ad that's been slapped over it. The carriage lurches into motion. The Hell Knight didn't get in with you.
So it's empty.
You're kind of on your own in here.
Okay.
It's about a 10-minute ride. You're not really sure where it's taking you. But, I guess you could even look out the window. It's making for Temple Hill. We sort of cut a little bit and time skip to the Pathfinder Lodge. You are brought into the Pathfinder Lodge. Someone meets with you in a little waiting room on the first floor. You see a Tengu enters, along with a Dotari and another man who's like in a cloak that's like pulled around him. Hood is low over the eyes, but you can see that there are silver raven motifs stitched into the cloak. The Tengu, on seeing you, says, Sorry. I understand your transport here was a little brusque.
Yeah, the Hell Knight wasn't the most personable, but I'm here.
That wasn't
for me.
my decision. I'm sorry. Yes. You are Razel, the silver investigator?
Yes, that's me. That's what they call me.
And your accomplishments. Can you do what they say you can do?
Absolutely.
Kind of glances at the cloaked figure who gives a slight nod. How would you feel about working with the Pathfinder Society? Forgive me, where are my manners? I am Venture Captain Cordo Silverspan, and I would like to extend an offer to you to work for us, to become a member in a prestigious society.
What does the offer entail? What do you need from me?
Well, we would like you to be part of a team being assembled to investigate Xarwin Manor. Perhaps you've heard of it? No? Well, it's an abandoned manor from the early 60s. And we were hoping that you could accompany our team, seeing as you are such an accomplished detective and investigator. We
What
are
is it-
prepared to pay you, of course.
Of course. What does it need investigating for?
Well, the nature of Xarwin Manor is a little vague, and we think... The cloaked figure sort of taps the foot once on the floor. We just think it could be a good idea. We expect that there may be some curses or haunting or maybe smugglers occupying this place.
She nods to herself. Okay. So you spoke about payment?
Yes, we will be offering 100 gold crowns, as well as a wayfinder to each member of this first venture of the society out of Kintargo.
She thinks about it for a minute, kind of weighing out the options of if she really has an option to leave. And she kind of decides, like, what the hell? She sort of nods, but like really slightly. Okay.
Excellent. That is good news indeed. Very good news. Very good. Let me go over the details. And once again, we're going to time skip just a tiny bit as he continues to go over like what they're expecting from you, what your induction into the Pathfinder Society will entail, etc. But before we cut from this particular scene, there's one more moment I want to explore as you leave the lodge. Presumably with like the money for whatever starting gear you already have, and you know, as you're just starting to walk away, ideas of gold and adventure and whatever else might be passing through your head. A group of 3 shady-looking humans, along with a lone halfling, kind of with his arms folded, approach, get in your way. And as you like see them, you recognize Vincente Valente, the halfling, who you've spoken with before. I trust you know who they are.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Seeing
kinda-
you and...
Oh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
She kind of just stops walking as she sees him.
You're aware of a few more people behind you, kind of coming out to make sure you don't go the other way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of sighs heavily. She's very big on her size because the world is weary. So she sort of sighs and she's just like, just looks at him, just kind of patiently waiting for him to explain his appearance in her way.
Ria. Or is it Razel now? I've heard such good things about you, my friend. How are you doing? He like
good.
approaches you, arms out,
Yeah.
like he's gonna give you a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Little halfling.
She hugs him back, kind of like
He'll give you,
hesitantly.
he'll make a kiss sound like the European kiss, the hello
Yeah.
kiss, not like actually kissing you, but like the
Yeah. Mwah, mwah, yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly. As you straighten up. Well, fancy seeing you here out in the Temple Hill. I didn't know you were pious.
I am not.
You're not.
No.
No, then you must be having a little chat with the Pathfinders.
They did ask me to consult on a position.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure you refused, right? You know how the consortium is about double dealing.
I thought that it might be a good way to kind of see what they're all about as they're starting up here.
Oh, is that what you thought? Is that what you thought? They wouldn't perchance have given you an assignment relating to Xarwin Manor, would they? Oh, you don't have to answer that. The look on your face! Priceless! You can't buy art like this, not in this dump town. Come, walk with me.
She walks with them.
The guys, as
But
we refer to
she's
them,
Yeah, she's
are
very
gonna
uncomfortable
Hang back.
physically. Like you
Yeah,
can like kind of see how she's very tense.
As you can see, we are very well informed. We've had an
Indeed.
interest in you. After all, the Aspis Consortium. What did we do for you? Ria, Razel, what did we do? Say it.
You helped me.
We helped you. We gave you money. We invested in you. We bought you some very nice qualifications. Qualifications that we expected you to use for our benefit. You are still using them for our benefit, aren't you?
Of course.
Of course. Of course. We're all friends here. Of course you're doing that. Of course you are.
So what do you know about the manor?
What do I know about the manor? I
What
know
has
that there
its
is
interest in you?
a lost treasure there. I know that there is an unclaimed fortune, the fortune of Yosef Xarwin. I know that no one who's ever gone there has come back with it. And, I know that the Pathfinders know there's an artifact there. And that they're not telling.
What kind of artifact?
Oh, that is the sort of secret of dangerous people far, far above people like you and me. That is not our concern. What is our concern is the Pathfinders want to lock it away, bury its existence like it was never there. And we think that would be such a waste.
So if I were to get this artifact for you, would we
Well, I
be-
would imagine that would placate the naysayers who feel very betrayed by your sudden turn of fortune. That might make us feel like our investment was worth it. You want that, don't you?
Yes, I would like for it to be paid off, potentially. And I
Of
feel like
course
that
you would. Of course.
would probably help.
It would help. I mean, what is the value of lifting you from squalor, though? Can such a debt ever truly be paid? Perhaps
would
that's for
hope.
the philosophers to figure out.
One would hope.
This is my stop. As you come to the edge of Aria Park, this beautiful grassy, open park in front of the Opera House. There's some fountains and trails and gardens. I wish to go for a walk with my daughter. You, I'm sure, have much preparation to make. All the
Indeed.
preparation for your new Pathfinder friends. Razel? It was good.
Yes.
We should talk more like this. Maybe we'll get a coffee when you come back. Big famous Pathfinder superstar. No?
Maybe so. We'll have to see if I do come back from the manor. Allegedly, it's very difficult.
That is what they say. It's lucky you're such a good investment. I have absolute faith. Traverse. And like a flock of ravens takes off from the trees, and our camera sort of pans out following these ravens, following them up into the sky toward the Ulubalus River and the harbor, toward the silver bridge that is the Silver Span, and to one particular ship that right now is sailing into the harbor. We pan into the ship, past the gold-lettered plating on the side, labeling it the Scourge of Azrael, into a cabin below deck, where a woman sits in a dimly lit cabin, kind of a flickering lantern swinging from a chain above. Sound of seagulls outside, the knowledge that we're almost to our destination. And this woman sits at a table, laying cards out in front of her. Nit, would you please describe Anna for us?
Yeah, so Anna is a young Varisian woman. She's got very long, curly, dark hair, green eyes, and she wears a very lovely purple flowing skirt and a white blouse. And she's got a necklace with a beautiful purple butterfly on it. And the cards in front of her are very well worn and old, but well cherished and cared for.
Okay.
Oh, also, sorry, her eyes kind of look dark at times, but when you see the twinkles, it's a little extra twinkly. And even though there's no wind in her cabin, her clothes kind of float a little bit.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. The aforementioned woman has laid out the cards in a grid pattern, 3 by 3, and begins to flip them over. First, the 3 on the left. One card, the big sky. A card that shows an epic moment as slaves of a nation are freed. A card that tells you that, that indicates momentous, powerful change as old shackles are cast off in the light of day. The next card, the marriage. A card which depicts the union of people, ideas, kingdoms, or other distinct things. It shows the progeny of the salamander and the water weird, showing that a union might bring forth new power, or that it might be a ruinous joining of that which never should have been united. And the third card, the Fiend, depicting a devil swallowing innocence. Normally, this card would indicate the deaths of many in a great calamity, but it's misaligned. And you know that in that case... Actually, no, I'm sorry. It is aligned. That's exactly what it shows. I'm sorry. That is an aligned card. It is perfectly aligned. This is the primary card. It is terrible to see this card aligned. It means that many are going to die in a great calamity. But this column tells of the past. So it implies that these 3 cards are discussing something that already occurred, something that is important to you. You begin to look into the present, and the first card you draw is the Crows, a dangerous bunch, a card that indicates the violent taking of that which is loved. When the Crows appear, murder, theft, or other shocking loss occurs. The second card of the present, you see the Tangled Briar, a card of ancient deeds. It indicates an object or person from long ago that will somehow have great influence on your situation. The object or person in question is always someone lost or murdered in some terrible, foul way. And then the last card of the present, the Sickness, a card representing plague, pestilence, famine, and disease. It can also indicate corruption of the soul, or of many souls. So, seeing that the
dear.
present is not looking good,
That's true aligned too, isn't it?
sure is.
Hmm.
We move to the future. The first card is the Tyrant. A card that indicates a ruler who is a blight upon those ruled. Though this one is misaligned. This depicts a tyrant revealed or dethroned. The next
Interesting.
card of the future is the Vision, which represents arcane knowledge. Such knowledge can take the form of madness or of cryptic words. It often indicates an encounter with a crazy person, but it can also signify a brush with genius. And finally, the final card, the Cyclone. A force that tears through whatever it meets. This disaster does not come in the course of natural order, but is one that comes from the plots of intelligent beings. And I have bad news. It's true aligned.
Oh dear.
The Cyclone signifies war, arson, or other plans that destroy everything they touch. And seeing this very unhappy, grim harrow,
Yeah, that would've been
it
terrible.
lines up very much with all of the harrowings you've performed over the recent days.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you what it might mean. But before you have too much time to even think about that, there's a lurch as you can hear sailors above, "Drop anchor!" And a moment later, there's a knock on the door. "We're here! Everyone out! Passengers, you don't get out in the next hour! You're going back to Corvosa!"
Anna quickly scoops up her cards, and she didn't really bring much with her. So before she packs them all away, though, she looks at them again with a grim determination. She nods and puts them away, grabs her a few things, and waltzes out the door.
Disembarking is easy peasy. Uh-oh. I just noticed my music player crashed. Disembarking is easy. You can hear an overwhelming burst of sounds of people talking, laughing, of dock workers calling out orders to each other, and of travelers coming to and fro. You can see more people here than you've ever seen before. You've been to Corvosa, to Magnamar, maybe even to Riddleport, though I can't imagine you'd happily go to Riddleport. It's a pirate town. Neither Magnamar nor Corvosa has a population like this. And everything is just so busy.
Oh.
And you can see there's like fisher folk, and you see humans, but also all manner of tieflings, halflings, elves, dwarves, stranger things. You see the odd goblin here and there. You see even what you're pretty sure is a full-blooded orc in heavy armor carrying boxes, loading them onto a ship.
Okay. She's delighted. She's not really sure where to go, but she's just kind of wandering around, looking at all the people, all these different people. It's very exciting.
You can see that there's a few humans here and there who are approaching travelers like, "Welcome to Ulubilis Harbor. Need a guide? 2 silver for a guide? 2 silver. 2 silver? There." Moves on to the next person, and one of them sees you. "Milady, welcome to Kintargo. Welcome to Ulubilis Harbor. Do you require a guide of any sort? It's only 2 silver.
No, I'm fine. I have my own guide.
Good day, ma'am." And moves, like, just, they don't stick around. They're just moving on.
Well, bye. Okay. She just kind of wanders further into town.
Okay. Moving into town, you can see there's a number of like food places and many warehouses. You see what must be the harbor master's office. There's a number of carriages, all of them with these uniform draconic hubcaps that are really kind of gaudy.
I bet one of my aunties would love that.
Posters, and across the bay, across the harbor, you can see the towering spires of Castle Corvosa. That, by the way, is this building here behind me. That's Castle Corvosa.
Gorgeous.
And you can see over here the cathedral towering over everything. And even as you see it, you can hear the silver bells tolling over the city, and a feeling of warmth pervades you, as if there's a magic coming from these bells.
She's definitely going towards those bells.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As you do, you notice a little pale blue butterfly kind of flies from, you're not really sure where it came from, just sort of hovers in front of you, landing on your arm, and just sits on your wrist for a moment before taking off in the direction of that big cathedral.
Absolutely following that.
That requires you crossing the Silver Span, a large bridge it's what crosses the Eulubalus. As you approach the Silver Span, you're actually stopped by some silver-armored Dotari. Just a sec. You have a toll? Or a pass?
How much?
2 copper penny.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have
That's
that.
right. I'm shaking you down for money already in
That's
your
fine.
intro.
It's fine.
At least he's not beating the shit out of you, like Elsa.
True. I'm just a lost girl. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah,
I have that. I have no problems paying. So.
Okay. That, by the way, very refreshing thing. They don't give you a second glance, which is unusual because where you come from, Verizian travelers usually are met with looks of suspicion and distrust, especially from town guards.
Oh.
He doesn't treat you any different than anyone else. He kind of doesn't even seem to notice that you're Verizian. It would be a little off-putting coming from a town guard.
Also off-putting based on the very terrible fortune I've been getting lately. So I was expecting more resistance here.
Yeah. You hand over like your 2 pinch, and they let you cross the bridge. And the Silver Span is lined on both sides with shops and vendors. You can see that there's some temporary, some permanent. It's a little bit of a festival, sort of. It reminds you of a caravan.
Oh.
You can tell that many of these merchants are temporary.
Is there a lot of traffic across the bridge? Like, do I have time to like stop and stare?
There is, yeah, and it's a very wide bridge. Like, as long as you don't walk out in front of a carriage, yeah, you can totally peruse. You can stop and window shop.
Oh. Yes. She's gonna window shop at everything, but not buy a single thing.
Okay.
But
yeah,
lots of comments. Oh, my auntie would love that. But doesn't actually buy anything.
Love that. Yeah, and you can see like there's toys for sale here, like little wood carved toys. There's a dwarf selling them. You see that there's someone selling traditional styled gnomish shoes, with the little curl.
So cute.
It's all like there's no magic items here. This is all very quaint, cute things. Like there's somebody selling all spider silk goods. There's somebody selling everything that is useless to an adventurer, but what anyone would love in a knick-knack store.
Oh, this is her place. She's not gonna buy anything. She's sticking to her guns. She's not gonna buy.
Prices do run a little high, though. You notice.
I don't know where I'm going, and I need to save every penny. So, I'm resisting very hard. Okay, keep walking.
As you make your way across the bridge into Red Roof, there's a very distinct change. The smell. You find yourself suddenly seeing almost exclusively non-human traffic instead of humans. As Red Roof, and from Red Roof, everywhere in Red Roof, looking up, you can see the cathedral and a single building about 3/4 of the way up the hill that has like a large stained glass window that just catches the sun with a mirror-like surface, and it's a depiction of a compass and a magnifying glass that you come to associate with the Pathfinder Society. So their lodge is built in full view of every square inch of Red Root. You pass a few tailor shops and this and that. Like always, it's always clear. Like the hill, it's not hard to find the roads that go upward, and that cathedral's at the very top of the hill. So partway up the cathedral, or up Temple Hill toward the cathedral, you notice someone leaves a shed carrying like some supplies, but tucked under an arm. You see he's got a furled up scroll, and he kind of shit as it all spills onto the street, and the scroll comes unfurled, and you can see that it is a painting of a moonlight butterfly. And he kind of rolls it back up, cursing, and starts to head down a couple of side streets in Temple Hill.
Can I help you, sir? Sir?
Huh?
Do you need help with whatever you're doing?
Who are you?
I'm Anna.
Sure.
Okay.
He'll just like dump a big pile of art supplies into your arm, like not even waiting. Like, come on, these are bound for the lodge.
Okay.
And he's gonna, unknowingly for you, lead you through Temple Hill straight to the Pathfinder Lodge. And you can see that you heard my earlier description of the Pathfinder Lodge. As he approaches the doors, the front doors, you can't help noticing that one of the upper floor windows is open, and through it you can see a canvas with a butterfly in it that someone is partway finished. And you kind of have a sense that, a feeling of, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she looks to the sky, gives a quick thank you, and moves on.
Okay. As you come in, the artist, Corda! Where's Corda? Someone! And yes, he's coming. He'll be here in just a moment. I'm in a hurry. Here, and he's gonna dump the rest of the goods into your arms. Just make sure Corda Silverspan gets these. Thanks. And he's gonna leave you alone in the front room.
Oh, okay. She probably is gonna drop a few of them and try to pick them back up. She's just waiting.
Right as like it starts to fall out of your arms, you're like, shit. Well, you probably don't say that, but as you're like cringing and getting down to pick them up, the Tengu, Corda Silverspan, quickly descends some stairs. I'm here. Where's Tendo?
Are you Corva?
Cordo Silverspan.
Oh, Cordo.
Do I know you?
I don't think so, but the man left me with all these scrolls for you.
Kind of takes in your appearance. Yes. Thank you. Are you sure I don't know you from somewhere?
Pretty sure, unless you've been to wherever I'm from.
Well, are you a Pathfinder?
Nope. I mean, I'm finding a path, but I don't think that's what you mean.
Well, no, it's not what I mean. Would you like to be?
Sure. I think I've been called here, so yes.
Called? What do you mean?
Desna, she guides me.
That makes sense. You are a Desmond. Do you have any particular skills? You could. We're going to be opening our doors very soon. We're still getting things ready, but I could have you come back in a few weeks, maybe a few months.
Well,
We can officially indict you.
do you have any need of a fortune teller?
A fortune teller.
I am quite adept.
I've heard that the Verizians engage in is it called harrowing?
Yes.
I'd also heard never ever bet on a harrower telling you anything but what you want to hear.
Oh, I haven't been getting what I want to hear lately. I've only been getting bad news. So,
Is that right?
that is right. So, I think they're at least a little true.
Well, I've never put much stock into such superstitions, but if you have any true gift, do you have any combat capabilities?
A bit.
Are you able to true magic?
Yes. I've been blessed. I mostly serve as a healer for my group, but yes, I can cast spells. And her eyes kind of glow a little bit. And maybe he notices that her dress is flowing.
Okay.
Inside.
And something is striking to you, by the way.
Okay.
This individual looks like the spitting image of the figure depicted in the Crow's card.
Ooh. You know, maybe I do know you very well, sir. That crow card.
I don't understand.
I gotta find it again in just a second. So many cards. The crow. Yeah, well, you're usually a bad thing. But
What? I listen.
but
listen.
you can be very good.
No. It's, just, I. What are you talking about?
She quickly grabs her deck out and flips to the crow card and shows it to him.
Oh, Albie, look at that. What does that mean?
It means that
Target.
you're a dangerous bunch, and you indicate the violent taking of that which is loved. And generally, when you appear, murder and theft or shocking loss occurs. So, maybe I don't want to work here. She says playfully.
Oh, posh. Though it is a dangerous line of work, I suppose. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Interesting. If you're interested, yes, I don't... It is interesting that you would show up today, of all days. It is very interesting. And now, fellow Desnan, come with me. Perhaps we could have some conversations. It may be that there is some work we can give you that is not going to wait weeks or months. We might have something for you.
Oh, fabulous.
I think we can find something.
Okay.
Come with me. And as he takes you, we're gonna pan out. And take a break. So I was hoping to introduce all of you before the break, but I did not. Probably because I was disorganized. I'm so sorry. But chat, I would encourage you to hydrate yourselves, get some snacks, and stay tuned because when we get back, we're going to introduce the rest of our players and maybe get into a little bit of actual adventuring. See you in a few minutes.
We're back.
Did you do the thing?
I did the thing. We're back. Sorry.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
The thing has been done.
Hello, welcome back. We're back. Hi.
She was smiling expectantly. Did you see?
Yeah, I know. I didn't. Listen.
We're listening. We're listening.
It's been a long day. Right. So our camera pulls in on the Silver Span Bridge, where Anna has just departed, in fact. We see a single stall set up along the side. One of the temporary stalls, but only semi-temporary. Like, it's nice. It's something that would take like maybe half a day to pack up and leave with. Like, it's not like a wagon that you can just wheel it away. So like some work has been put in here. It's a little wooden shop selling all manner of spider silk goods. And Ava, would you describe the person running the shop?
Akeem is tall, very colorful person. Their skin is ebony and their eyes are Harley Davidson orange. Their hair is of dreads and braids, black being the main color, with colors of light blues, dark blues, orange, and red, all woven in, and some of the strands themselves. And there's little trinkets that, if you were to ask, each have a story, if you were to look detailed. Their clothes are colorful. There is a very nice looking robe of orange and a variety of blues, and then a knitted scarf. But the underneath would be of just black clothes that look like they have webs on them. And then she has a symbol of the grandmother spider, if anybody knows. It would
What
look
is
like
that?
I don't know how to describe the shape, but it's two diamonds, like this, kind of together, and then they're like connected in the center.
Okay,
Or on the
I get it.
corners. I can post a photo at some point of what
Okay.
it is. But they are very colorful, and about it.
And this has been a pretty regular occurrence for you since you've come to Kintargo. You know, the mornings of getting up, dealing with all the crazy morning traffic, coming to the Silver Span, where you actually have a year pass. You threw down like the 5 gold that it cost to get a 1-year pass, and you set up this nice little shop. And since you did, you have gotten to meet all manner of new people of every walk of life: rich, poor, human, non-human, because there's too many non-humans to list.
Yeah.
You've gotten to meet so many people. But today, as the sun is setting on the Silver Span, a kindly older gentleman who you've gotten accustomed to seeing come by here approaches your little booth. Hello, Hakeem.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
sir.
How is business?
It is doing well today, thank you.
Yeah. Well, did you were you able to put together that that thing for my wife?
Oh yes, I do. Let me get that right now. And Keen will go under the base of her stall and pick out a nicely wrapped dress.
Okay. And the old man, by the way, you know to be named Damen.
Damen? Okay.
Though, as you're doing this, as you're getting out the garment for his wife, a little ways away on the bridge, something catches your eye. The Dotari, who kind of stand watch over the bridge, a halfling approaches them, speaking to them, and you see the halfling hand over a little purse of money to each of the Dotari, who then start walking away.
I will keep an eye. I think it would be best for you to take your garments and leave for the day.
No. I got a tip for you here. I know I already paid, but let me look at it. you see that 4 humans with the halfling make their way past where the Dotari were and begin going stall to stall. You can see that the halfling is sort of keeping a watch with a single hand crossbow. They're just sort of holding it, resting it on a shoulder, while the humans are spreading out, going from stall to stall, and you can see that they're speaking to each of the merchants who are looking very distraught. There's some steel being flashed and then money being handed over to the humans. They're making their way toward your stall.
Actually, on second thought, how about you bring a nice warm meal tomorrow?
No, nonsense. I prepared this special for you. I know I got it here.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
It's not.
I will take his
I
hand.
insist.
I will take his hand. I insist.
The human gets to your booth. All right. Don't make a big deal out of this. But I'm going to be taking a tax. Tax? What tax? Operational cost. You know, it's expensive putting up with business around here. We got a new guild master for the Silver Span, and we want a little tithe.
I don't think paying off the Dotari is a good way of saying a new guild.
Yeah, you got a mouth.
I got many mouths.
Is that right? Well, I got many hatchet that I will put into many mouth.
You can destroy the stall if you want. I can remake everything. But I will not give you my money.
Look, lady, you really want to do this? Oh, leave her alone! Just give her a break. And the old man pushes shoves him. And the brigand actually stumbles. His feet catch on the sidewalk, and he lands hard on an elbow and curses. You can see the other 3 humans are looking and are starting to walk over here now. And the halfling, who's been kind of hanging out near the center, is now staring. Everyone's kind of looking. Son of a bitch! All right, and he raises the hatchet on the old man. The bandit is gonna attack the old man.
Can I intervene?
Yes. What do you do?
I would like to trip him. I think I can do that with Ebola, right?
Okay. So actually, we're gonna do a quick bit of combat. I need you to roll perception for initiative.
Okay.
Where's Toshiko? She would not stand for this.
Yeah.
Who?
Man.
You know exactly who. Sorry, I'm just looking for where perception is on this list.
It's not on the list. It's to the right.
To the right.
Mm-hmm. And it's for initiative.
I can find things.
Under conditions.
Oh.
Under HP.
13. Ooh. Okay.
13. Okay. Also, make sure you turn off that it's whispered. Okay. So, he does act first, but seeing that you're kind of going for a weapon, he is going to throw the hatchet at you.
Okay, that's fine.
What is your armor class? That is a 20 to hit.
That definitely hits. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's important how much it hits by.
Oh, it hits by a lot.
What's your armor
12.
class? 12. Okay, so it's not a critical hit.
Okay.
If it was 22, it would be a critical hit.
Okay.
Okay. So he hurls the hatchet and it kind of hits you in the arm, grazing your arm, taking a little skin off. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And you can hear the halfling, "Oi! What are you doing?" And the other bandits are starting to run. It is now your initiative. I'm sorry. No, it's not. I forgot. 3 actions. We got a brand new combat system. So that was one action was to draw the hatchet. The second action was to throw it at you. With a third, he's going to draw a second hatchet.
Okay.
Now it is your turn. You have 3 actions.
Okay. I don't know where to switch it for the whispered, by the way. So
At the top of your character sheet, there's like a... Oh, no, there's not. I see what's going on. Don't worry about it. I'll...
Okay. Well, that's a later-est problem.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to have my bola and trip him. I believe I can do that with this weapon.
Okay, so action 1, you're drawing your bola.
Correct.
Okay. Action
then-
2, you are attempting to trip.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So I actually have to look up how to do that because I don't really remember.
Athletics.
Is it athletics?
I
Even
don't
with
know
a
what the
with like a
piece-
bola?
Well, I have the trip macro on here. Give me a second. Let me show properly.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. You don't know. Okay, so make an athletics check.
Of course. 13.
And what's the DC? Do you know, Alvin? What's that opposed by?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got you one of them.
Seeing if that.
It's probably a standard. Unless... Wait.
Genuine question. If it has trip in the bola, why would it go to athletics then?
It's letting you... So basically, it's letting you make a trip attempt without following the normal rules.
Okay.
And if you fail, you can just drop your weapon instead of being tripped.
Right. Okay, here we go. So you try to knock a creature to the ground, attempt an athletics check against their reflex DC. So 13 is what you rolled. It is a failure, but not a critical failure. So your bola kind of wraps around his leg, but it doesn't take him down.
Okay.
And it is now out of your hand, because that's a throne, I believe.
That is okay.
You have one more action.
I don't know what I can do for a third one, to be honest.
You can move, you can step, you can draw another weapon, you could drop prone, you can interact or try to say something.
Okay, I will. I think it will be in our best interest if you walk away.
Are you attempting intimidation or diplomacy?
I would say diplomacy.
Okay,
I'm not
so this
actively
would
trying to
be
hurt him.
one
Yes.
action. This is called a request.
Okay.
Oh, nope, it wouldn't be a request. Because
Of course
they
I
have
get
to
the hard
be
stuff
friendly.
right away.
Okay, changing attitudes. Here we go. Hostile. He is currently hostile. Are you trained in diplomacy?
I am not. I mean, it's not a
Okay.
0, so.
So in that case, this is basically an auto fail because he's already hostile.
Okay.
It basically means you aren't skilled enough in diplomacy to be able to talk somebody down.
That's
So you
fine.
say that. It doesn't seem to work. Where it's critical failure. Not only does the target refuse the request, but their attitude towards you decreases by one further step. It's like, you talk to me like that? You just don't learn. And it is now his turn. Now you can see the other bandits are approaching, but he's still going to take a full action. He is going to use an action to scramble over the counter, trying to like intimidate you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he's even going to go so far as to attempt to demoralize you by making an intimidation check of his own. So this is opposed by, what's your will? You aren't rolling it, it's just your will plus 10. So your will saving throws?
So like the E9 thing?
Yeah, but I need to know what the total bonus is.
I am looking for that. I am not used to this whatsoever.
I know, it's all new. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can help. Your will... Yeah, so it's 9.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
and it's saying that you're an expert in will. So the
Okay.
DC is 19.
Okay.
Your will DC is 19. He rolled a 15, which means he fails. You are not intimidated by him. And as he sees this, he kind of snarls in irritation and swings the hatchet at you. 21 to hit. Still not a critical hit.
Another 10 damage?
Another 10 damage. It hurts. This time he swings at you, and like you throw yourself aside. It still clips you, like kind of going down your ribs a little bit, nearly impaling you, and ultimately sinking blade first into the wood behind you. And he kind of wrenches the hatchet out of the wood. At this point, the other bandits show up. 2 of them are like, hey, come on, get off of her. What are you doing? We need them alive. And the halfling comes up. Sorry, miss. This is all kind of a misunderstanding. If you'll just pay the tax, we'll be on our way. At which point, the old man is going to swing his cane at the halfling. There it is. I don't actually have a button for the cane. We're gonna.
You kids!
It's plus 5. So that's a 19 to hit, which is going to hit.
He can hit more than I can. He's old.
Can I just say I would die for this old man. I love him so much.
That's where Keen's at right now.
He hits for 6 points of damage. His cane just whack right on the bandit's skull. And then he's going to attempt a second attack.
Get him.
I'm just gonna roll. It's gonna say sickle, ignore sickle. 10 is not going to hit. So he whacks the bandit. You stupid old man! Get off! Like swats the cane away. Where are we? Bandit. Okay, he took 6 points of damage. I'm sorry. That was the halfling who he walloped. Oh, so the halfling. Ouch! You crazy old geezer! Get off! You get out of here, you ruffians! What do you do? It's your turn.
I don't have another weapon. You should look away, grandmother. And I am going to...
Yes.
Can I take out my...
Yes.
I'm going to take out my soap,
Okay, that's one action.
and I'm going to shove it in the halfling's mouth
I'm gonna
as he's yelling.
treat that as a grapple. So make an athletics check.
Ah, I'm not good at these.
Yeah, you're not a fighter, man. You're a caster.
But guess what? I'm still going to keep trying.
Athletics.
You're very
4.
rude. You should... As I'm like trying to like grab his hair and shove it in there, but I'm doing a piss poor job of
Yeah.
it.
It's not going well. That's gonna fail. That was 2 actions. You do have one more. You could attempt that again if you want,
Yes, I do.
but you have a -5 on the attempt.
It's fine. I'm already rolling poorly anyway. There, 5.
Yeah.
One
You're
more
like
than last.
trying to get in here, and he's just, no! What are you doing? Get shit out of here! at this point, it's starting to escalate as you can see like other bandits drawing their hatchets and like it's looking real bad for you and the old man. And you can hear suddenly. Actually, you don't hear. You see the old lady who sells boots has been watching this in horror. Like she's across the bridge from you. She takes a boot and chucks it at one of the bandits, and it just kind of off of his head. The fuck! And you can hear she's, get off our bridge! And you hear, yeah, get out of here! And you hear an enraged cry from one of the dwarves. I'll sink you with a little doll if I have to! And you see a dwarf like barreling along the bridge toward him, like with just a big carving of wood. And the bandits are kind of like, fuck this, let's go! And they start taking off. And the old man is like, that's right, get out of here! We'll whoop you again! I fought in the war!
This is not Keen's like alignment, but she refuses to give these bandits money.
That's, hey, that's valid. That is valid. As they all take off.
Would like to pick up my bola and store it again on my side.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
The old man is like brushing himself off from where he tumbled and...
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm fine. That was very brave of you.
Thank you.
Foolish, but brave.
I don't take kindly to bullies.
That's good. You shouldn't. That's one of the founding principles of our city here. We called it the Silver City of Freedom. We don't like bullies either. Listen, I don't have the reward for you.
I don't mind.
Do me one favor.
What is?
Come by the temple tomorrow. Shaylin.
Shayla?
Come by Songbird Hall tomorrow morning. I'll have something for you. And I won't take no for an answer. If you don't show up tomorrow morning, I will come back here every day, so help me, and I will bring the missus.
I will be there tomorrow.
All right. Well, of course you will. And
I could use a day off anyway.
It's Oath Day. It's fine. It's a good day for a break. As he starts making his way away from you, and like the sun finally is setting on the horizon, our camera pans out and we see standing atop one of the towers of the Silver Span is a figure in a mask, like completely covering his face, just glowing eyes within the mask, and a silver cowl and cloak billowing off of him, who has watched this transpire. And you can see this figure.
Hat?
No, but this figure tucks away an advanced crossbow of some kind that was mounted on his arm, like folds it up and disappears into the night, perhaps to go hunting. We move forward to the morning, to Songbird Hall, an art academy, sort of, combined with an orphanage, combined with a temple to Shaylin, the goddess of art, beauty, and love. And as you enter this beautiful place, you find that the old man is waiting for you, Dummy. You can see that there are other artists like painting. You can see that at the back of the hall, there's someone who's currently working on a clay sculpture of, it's not clear what yet. But the old man has something under an arm, and it's tucked under canvas. Like it's a canvas tucked under like burlap. He's got it covered, but it's clearly a canvas of some kind. You can see that he's standing next to a figure in a black cloak, hood pulled low over the eyes, but you can see from the boots and from like what is visible through the cloak that they are very, very well dressed, probably a member of nobility.
Mhm.
The old man, hey, hello, over here. There you are. You actually did come.
Yes, I said I would.
Well, of course you did. But you also said you'd take that tip 3 weeks ago. You also said that you'd raise your prices. You also said that you had all the time in the world for commissions, and you didn't. So, I don't know. Maybe you show up, maybe you don't.
I am very good at my word when it comes to crafting, but sometimes it takes longer than others.
Yeah, well, here. And he uncovers the canvas that he's holding and raises it for you to look at. And it is a painting of the Cantargo skyline, the silver span upon it. And there's just a little bit of moonlight coming down on a single shop. And it's yours. Your shop. Hey, it's just something I threw together.
It's
To be honest, I didn't
magnificent.
sleep last night. I wanted to make sure I got this done for you, but it's all right. It's all right. I've got a date at the coffee house with the missus. Coffee will make it all better.
As it always does.
As it
looks
does.
magnificent.
It's yours. If you really like it, hang it up in your shop or in your home or something. And whenever you look at it, think of me and the missus. Because we'll be thinking of you and worrying that you're going to try picking a fight with a bunch of armed ruffians again.
It was nothing, don't worry. I know my grandmother has my back.
I, if you would permit, would actually like to speak with you about that, says the cloaked figure.
Oh, and you are?
Forgive me, my manners. Lowers the hood, and you can see that they are a half-elven figure with shoulder-length black hair, slightly pointed ears, dark eyes, and the unmistakable jawline and like facial features of House Serini. He is indeed noble. I'm Dardanus Serini. I'm a vendor, a purveyor of weapons. I happened to hear what you did last night. That was very brave of you.
I appreciate it, but I still regret not getting the soap in that twat's mouth. Forgive me, tongue.
You remind me of someone. No, he had it coming. It is a shame. The trick is, even if you can't get it to stay in the mouth, just scrape it on the teeth a little bit.
Oh, I will try that next time.
And make sure they still get a nice taste. Was that a bola?
It was.
Spider
I'm-
silk? Looked
Yes.
like.
Here, would you like to see? And I'll pull it out. for him.
Please. He'll take it and like examine it with all of the care and practiced expertise of a true legend in the arms industry.
I made most of it myself, but obviously the weight is not easy.
You made the spider silk.
Yes.
Blink. Blink. Right.
And I will touch my symbol.
He doesn't seem to know what the hell that means and kind of glosses. He just moves on.
Okay.
You've got some guts. Have you ever thought about doing something more than mercantile?
You know, indeed I have. I just been waiting on a calling.
Well, it seems like you might be pretty good about fighting bandits. How would that apply to smugglers?
I am certainly brave enough, but skilled would take some practice.
That holy symbol, that just for show?
No. It is a remembrance of my grandmother.
Grandmother.
Spider.
And so you're a cleric.
Yes.
You ever have any dealings with curses or dark occult things.
You know, I once left a cult. I know a thing or two.
Well, I guess occult is only one letter off from occult, so it has to count for something.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd like to talk to you about a job. And we're gonna cut from there.
Right before we do, I'm gonna pull out some rice crackers like this, and then I will share, and you hear crunch.
Okay. All right. So as we are down a player, this is where normally I would cut over to our missing player. Unfortunately, they aren't present. So this is going to be a little bit of a time jump that doesn't flow quite right with how this is all ordered. So just imagine like a little crackle of static on the screen for a moment, and then suddenly our camera is rolling across rugged plains and rolling grassy hills toward a dark, ominous forest. Dense with foliage and life. There are odd hunters along the edge of this forest, or carpenters. There's even a few villages here and there, not too far from the forest's border. But the canopy of this forest is thick and dense and offers no sight into what might lurk beneath its boughs. We enter deep into the forest, into a small grove. Alvin, I would like you to describe both Herb and this grove.
Well, it's somewhat sunny clearing, good sunlight. Except around the edges are piles of trash. Well, it would look like trash to most people. Bits of broken metal, plates, pans, clockwork, wires. Really odd in the forest, but there's a lot of trash all around. And there's a workbench right near the middle. And before the workbench, it looks like about a 4-foot high ficus bush, which all of a sudden brings out a hammer going, hammering on a bunch of junk, putting it together. Pulls out a little gun-looking tool, and then lights it, and then like a makeshift blowtorch.
I would imagine it's very quiet in this part of the forest. I would imagine the other denizens have learned to stay away from this workshop of a grove. Occasionally, an odd Strix will turn up, usually looking to borrow your things. And by borrow, I don't mean borrow. But even the Strix have learned not to fuck around and find out. One individual, however, has not learned that lesson. You can hear a crunch of a boot stepping on growth. And as this little shrub turns, you see a familiar cloaked individual who says, Basil, this is, I don't know, paprika. Does that work?
I thought we discussed this. I'm paprika. You're meatloaf. Do I look like I'm made of meat?
No, not really.
Exactly. You're meat.
It's been
I'm
a long
Herb.
morning.
I'm not Herb. I'm paprika.
I didn't say Herb. You said
Right.
Herb.
No, none of that was said. What do you need? What do I want?
Well, it's our meeting. I didn't hear from you, so I assumed you forgot. I've he gestures with a bag. I've got some things for you.
Oh, do you want your things?
I do, but let's talk what we got, because I've been waiting to show you this all month. It's really good. It's actually probably better than whatever you've got, and you're going to be really excited to see this. So he opens the bag and like reaches in way past where his arm should be able to reach in this bag before finally pulling out a large net holding some kind of ovaloid, perfectly smooth rock in it that's about 2 feet in length. So I can't figure out if it's granite or a space rock. I'm pretty sure it came from space and it's shaped like an egg. So
Well, let's have a look. Just gonna pull like a tiny little, like magnifying glass.
okay.
You know, this would work a lot more if I had eyes.
Have you ever tried? Can you build those? I don't really know how your physiology works.
Oh, I can. I just don't know the stuff.
What do you need? You've literally never mentioned this to me. We've been doing this for how long, and you have never once mentioned specifics. You
Don't-
asked for junk.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, let me have a look at this rock.
All right. So what you can do here, I get. What are you trying to discern about it? You could do an occultism check to try to like identify, is it from space? Is it alien? You could do nature
Well,
to try to ascertain like if it's a
Yeah,
mineral.
let's see if it's from here first.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a nature check.
I will do a nature check.
Woo!
20.
Natural 20. You can confirm this is actually sky metal. It is a type of sky metal called knockwool. Sort of magic repellent. Not super rare as far as sky metals go. It's good for crafting, and this is quite a hunk.
And how heavy is it?
It is way heavier than it should be. It's about 150 pounds, which would make it about like 15 bulk.
Oh, bulk is size.
Bulk is actually both.
Oh yeah.
You also can confirm it has a hollow interior.
I'm gonna try to shake it. Is there something inside? Yeah,
Can
just
you
listening.
lift 150 pounds?
I
what's
do
your-
have 16 strength.
I don't
so-
think you'd be able to give this sucker a shake on your
Oh.
own.
Well, I would like to lightly tap it with a with my light hammers.
Okay. You give it a tap. It clacks off of it. With your critical success, there is almost certainly something in it. You're sure that it's whatever is in that hollow space is small. Could be an embryo. More likely, though, it seems like it's some kind of object.
I'm gonna glitter at Agent Meatloaf. Did you bring here to me an alien egg?
I don't know. Did I? You tell me. You're the expert, aren't you?
Well, doesn't the shape look like an egg to you?
Yes. That's
And-
why I said it might be an egg.
And you brought an alien egg here. Where did you even get this thing?
I thought you loved this shit.
I don't love this shit.
Oh, I found it in a
whatever this
smoking
is.
crater.
And you just grabbed it.
Well, no. At first, we tried to lift it, but we couldn't figure out how to lift it. It had some pretty weird magnetic stuff going on. Ruined a couple of wayfinders. Also, totally disenchanted more than one of the wands we used to try to move it. So, oh yeah, that's a thing. Probably be careful around it with your magic goodies.
Do I look like I deal in magic?
He blinks at the almost humanoid shaped shrub bush. I mean, I'm going to the opera house with a Dionychus in a few hours, so I'm not really one to judge.
All right. Well, what do you want me to do with this thing?
I don't know. I figured you'd want it. Look, you love all this occult shit. I'm just bringing. Okay, you want the junk? We confiscated an entire Pesh Labs worth of bullshit out of a. You don't care. We got some. He'll dump like the rest of the junk out. It's vials, bits of metal, some alchemist's gear, like alembics and what have you. Some scales, just junk.
Oh, well, I'm gonna give him a sec. Well, be careful of this sack. You
Is
don't
this the
want
new
to.
ammunition?
It kind of shakes a bit. You want to be careful with this because it might explode. They're there's some explosive mines I've been working on.
Mines.
And, what was the other one? And this one, this ice mines that they're like these things, kind of just shaking them. But
Oh,
this
talk
turns
dirty
you
to me,
to ice.
Parsley. I love it. Ice
And,
mines, huh?
Ice mines, yes.
How's the work on the proximity stuff going?
Yeah, I need some.
Not
better
ready?
things, but
Okay.
you need something to step on it.
Look, I'm sorry, but the criminal underworld of Kintargo has gotten very basic in what we can confiscate from them. We've already gotten the good shit. So, at this point, we're pretty much looking at sending you junk from the garbage pile.
Speaking of good garbage, yeah, here's some. Brings out some. Kind of looks like a vest. Here, put this on. Now, if you were to fall or something to hit you really fast, and you get booted, it will explode in foam, protecting you.
Foam.
Yes.
Like, does it smell?
Maybe. I haven't quite tested it yet.
All
mean, you
right,
can
so don't
climb
wear
that
this
tree
on
and
date
jump
night,
down.
is what you're saying.
I mean, no, unless you're dating an ant and they check you.
No, you never know. Hey, so while we're here, I don't mean to like knock you out of your element or anything, but with all that occult stuff that you're into, you familiar at all with Xarwin Manor?
No.
You ever go as far as Crook Cove?
Yeah. No. Do I look like I go to town? I don't even have clothes.
I'm not actually sure where your voice is coming from. You don't actually have a mouth.
No. I don't eat people food.
Okay. That explains why you don't know what meatloaf looks like. Well, listen.
Well,
I'm really hesitant to do this because you're sort of my my ace in the hole, and I would prefer the people not find out where the Silver Raven's gear gets made, or worse, have any harm befall my my artificer. But I kind of need an expert in your line of hobbyism.
hobbyism.
You know, I need a conspiracy nut.
Conspiracy nut.
Sorry, I
Do I
mispronounced
look
it. I think I
nut
meant
bearing?
scientist. I meant scientist. I need a scientist.
Look. Do you know what's up there?
No, do you?
Aliens.
Oh, here we go.
They always come down when you're not looking.
The aliens again, right?
Kind of. He's like a normal, like humanoid sized person, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so Herb's actually small size, so he's gonna go up on the table. Like, come here.
He'll lean in.
They're everywhere. You know, This is why I'm only meeting with you, because I've checked you out. You're not an alien, but they can disguise themselves. They're all around us, hiding. What they want, I don't know. But they've taken over nations before. They might do so again.
Okay, so gonna go out on a tree limb here and say, get it? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Xarwin Manor probably not aliens, but there could be ghosts or something there.
Ghosts? There's no
Yeah.
such thing as ghosts. It's probably alien projections.
Well, I can't prove that it's not. So, do you want to go?
Sure. Let me back up, set up the fuse.
Do you
Sometimes.
are you keeping the egg?
Let me, just in case it hatches, cover it with some precautions.
Isn't it made of stone? What, you really think something's gonna hatch out of there?
Something hatches out of there.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll never know what's coming.
right. All right. Well, come in close, because I'm not waiting 6 months while you wander the countryside looking for Kintargo. We're teleporting. And once you've got your stuff together, the two of you teleport back to Kintargo.
Does
This
he
is
click
where-
his heels?
You know it. Technically, this is where we were supposed to take our break. We're a little behind schedule.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We're gonna do
Break
a little
time.
time skip.
Oh, okay.
So, at a unspecified amount of time later, all of you find yourselves in the Pathfinder Lodge. You've been brought up to the 3rd floor into what sort of passes a conference room of some kind, it looks like. There are a number of bookshelves in here. There are some maps of Ravenel, of Kintargo, of the Inner Sea region. But mostly, there's 4 complete strangers to each of you. You know that Corda will be joining you shortly, but until then, it's just the 5 of you in here. What do you do?
I think I would be staring at the shrub.
Oh, I'm gonna walk right up to Herb. Like, huh. You're very interesting.
Herb's just kind of looking back, but you can't quite tell because it's the visage of a face, but there's no eyes, no mouth. Well, you're not a plant.
No.
Have you ever been to space?
No. But stars are so gorgeous, aren't they?
No, that's what they want you to think.
Oh dear.
You see, up there, there's aliens.
No.
Aliens.
Couldn't be aliens. There are gods
Oh.
up there.
Have you seen these aliens?
No,
Takes
but
a
my
puff
past
of her
lives
cigarette.
have. I've seen them a while ago in the past. Grabbing. You meet people. Doing things to them.
What classifies as an alien?
They're from space. Up there.
Just space? Yes.
interesting.
Well, that hasn't been my experience, and I interact with the stars all the time.
Just
Did
like a blank glare.
Are you all Pathfinders? You didn't just wander in here, did you?
Well, I kind of did.
I was invited.
I was invited as well.
My name is Akin. And you are...
Alexia.
As I force a segue off of aliens.
Alexia of the O'Connors.
Raziel.
I am a highly efficient rosemary bush, but I guess you can call me Herb.
Oh my gosh, that's why there's dots.
Did I see.
You see, we Leshies don't conform to your naming types. You like to
Is-
describe yourself.
Is that your species? Fascinating.
What
Well-
what do you do? What do all of you do?
Oh, also,
I
I'm
make
Anna. I
silks.
never said that.
You make silks.
Correct.
And you?
I work as
Just-
an investigator.
She kind of double takes and an investigator?
Indeed.
She reaches over, fixes your collar a little bit. I see. And you?
I will, walk right up to you. Hello, I'm Anna Tricutter, and I would love to tell your fortune.
A fortune teller?
Yes.
You're Varisian.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that show before.
You've
She'll
never-
put some money into your hand. I would like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think we want to actually do it, but
You can if you want, but if you're
No, not
here,
today.
I got this. I got this.
Okay.
Timely intervention.
okay.
At this point, before you can start laying out the hero cards, the door suddenly opens and you see the two figures you have interacted with in the past, either Dardanus Serini or Corda Silverspan. Both of them enter into the room together. Sort of with a bit of a chilly aura about it. Like they come in very briskly. Let's see. Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry. I hope you've all taken the time to get to know one another.
Well, I'm a little curious how you think a silk maker, a fortune teller, and a gardener chef will be of help.
There's a low chuckle from the cloaked figure who lowers his hood, takes the cloak off, hangs it on a rack. Forgive me for those who haven't met him. This is my associate, Dardanus Serini. He is responsible for oversight of our endeavors for the time being until the Pathfinder Society has established a good, strong foothold in Ravenel. Just pretend I'm not even here. That's fine. What's up, Basil?
That won't be too hard.
I'm gonna pause for just one moment. Actually, no. We'll come back. We'll circle back to this. Corda says, each of these people has a certain skill set. beyond what first may appear to you. We believe that you are the precise right team for the job. Take Master Herb here. I understand all of your paperwork has been sorted out for joining the society. Dardanus is kind of gonna put a hand, like pat you reassuringly. I took care of that. It's all handled. Herbs, we're good. It's handled. I don't think it's handled. No, it's handled. It's okay. Just drop it. I can't just drop it. It's kind of a big. It's fine. Just.
Do you need a room to yourselves?
No. This is. Anyways, all of you now are Pathfinders. All of you. You will receive your Wayfinders when you return, but you are responsible for each other, for following the tenets of the Pathfinder Society, which, and Dardanus, basically just don't fuck each other over. Yes, that. And we believe in the protection of knowledge and the spirit of adventure. So, of course, we would expect you to chronicle, take notes of what you do, and ideally, we would like all of your research notes on Xarwin Manor when you have finished. We are prepared to offer. Was this part finalized? Yes. We're gonna give you guys 400 crowns. Is that sufficient for this?
A piece.
No. Come on, sweetheart. It's a mansion, not a castle.
She chews on her cigarette. Stares at him.
Now, obviously, Miss O'Connor, are you taking the name Xarwin, or are you sticking with O'Connor? Okay, Miss O'Connor. Miss, oh hey, are you single?
She blows
Miss
smoke
O'Connor.
in his general direction.
Miss O'Connor has inherited a house that we think might be haunted or full of smugglers or something. I don't know. And there are some affiliations with the famed astronomer Yosef. No, don't. And like Dardanus is right. Yosef Xarwin. Yes. We would like you to research Yosef Xarwin and his manor and make the place safe for Miss O'Connor. That is the goal here. At the end of the day, this is a protection mission and a reclamation. When you are done, Xarwin Manor should no longer be the blight upon Ravenel's countryside that it is now. And we both are in agreement that you are the right people for this job. A detective at the prime of her career, a gifted seer, a cleric, what did you say it is? Chef. He makes things, really, really nice things, like crossbows and exploding bolts and stuff. Yes, the point being, we believe that you are the team we need. The lodge does not yet have our full funding or resources, so there's very little we can provide you with. But are there any questions?
What exactly is known about this place? I mean, you're telling us such a wide range of things, how are we even supposed to be prepared for anything that's there?
Well, we would anticipate you might look into that yourselves. We don't really know. It was before the revolution. Much was different in these parts. Yosef Xarwin was appointed here by Thrune, I think. No one really knows. It was 50 years ago. 60 years ago. It was 60 years ago. I mean, we honestly are looking forward to whatever you can discern about it. The most we can tell you is that Xarwin Manor is yours. He gestures at Miss O'Connor.
And do you know anything about Xarwin himself?
He's dead? I heard he
Or
was
I
kind of a
wouldn't-
dick.
Or I wouldn't be here. Was he fond of trapping or making things? Do we have to worry about something like that?
You know, I
going on?
don't really think we want to get into his hobbies. He was an astronomer. He was obsessed with the stars and the sky, the night sky. And
I
Dardanus
see.
sighs heavily, seeming like he's stealing
Her
himself.
bass loudly. Aliens?
Hush, quiet. I'm
It's
interested.
certainly possible, but we don't know. Very little is known.
It would not
That's-
be a problem to exercise the house.
Yes, in all likelihood, it's probably not cursed in the way they say. I suspect if there's haunting, it's likely just some nest of the undead that's taken up residence, or maybe some smugglers or slavers trying to deal with Cheliax still.
Well,
Do you
if it's
happen... Oh, go ahead.
if it's a nest of aliens, can we burn it down?
Absolutely not.
It is Miss O'Connor's home.
Unless I am
Oh.
fully compensated for it, of course.
I can probably promise that that's not going to happen.
Then no. Can I ask, do you know where Xarwin has been interred?
We do not. It was the custom of nobility in those days to have a family crypt, but
You don't know where that would be?
likely on the grounds. As I said, I would love to give you more information on all of these matters, but unfortunately, it's all veiled in the mysteries of time. And that is why you, we hope, will look into this for us. We're hoping that you can shed light on all of the secrets of Yosef Xarwin and Xarwin Manor.
Did I get a key with the deed or anything like that? I don't remember.
They will give you yeah.
Okay. Is there a key?
What?
I said, is there a key?
You already got it, I said.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, if there's any preliminary research that you wish to embark upon before setting out for Crook Cove, you may do so. The society will, of course, aid in whatever needs you require for that, but otherwise, let me provide you with the research book we would like you to use. So at this point, I want to talk to you guys about research in this adventure. There are a number of topics you have to unlock in order to start researching them, but you will be starting with 2 unlocked topics: Xarwin Manor and Yosef Xarwin. And as you discover things, I will add those to these pages for each of them. Nit, you will have to close those on Observer, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
But like different areas will have different limits of information you can attain. So there's only so much you can learn from just like knowledge checks. Once you hit that threshold, you then have to find a different source of information, maybe a library in the house, or maybe speaking to someone. But each time you successfully fully research a topic, you will get XP as though you'd overcome a encounter as difficult as that given topic. So there's definitely some rewards for the more research you do. And these are only 2 topics that you're starting with. There are all manner of other topics, so I would encourage you as players to be thorough in what you investigate. In fact, no, that's it. So,
That's it.
this you can assume is like the research books that they're passing out to you guys. So I guess the floor is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Is this a group
Well-
research book? Like,
Sure.
okay.
I imagine there's like little hand copies so you can annotate and take your own notes, but yeah.
Okay.
Should we spend some time figuring out what we can about the place, since they're still here, right?
Mhm.
Since they don't have anything useful.
Yes, I would like to know more about the rumors of this place so we can kind of know what to expect a little bit more going in.
That's
Has
very
anyone
smart.
spoke of the hauntings while I've been selling? The
Okay, so
bridge.
one thing at a time. First, Kelso, for your query, you can do your choice of diplomacy or society to kind of question some relevant people. It would take about 2 hours to do this, but you could interview some people. For Akeen, you wanted to know if anybody's been talking about Xarwin Manor or Yosef
While
Xarwin,
I was on
which-
the bridge. Yeah, talking
Right,
of it and like any kind of hauntings or
Yours
the
would
guests.
also be society or diplomacy.
understood. Crap.
What exactly do you have what skills do you have?
Oh, that's a mean thing to say.
No, nobody has talked about them with you.
I know cult stuff and I know medicine. So
Okay. Neither of you, just from your past conversations, like at present, neither of you know anything from your knowledge checks.
okay, that's fine. I understand. I rolled a 5, by the way, in case anyone wanted to know.
Well, perhaps we can go into the city and see what we can find
Ooh.
out.
I'd like to look for something. Do they have any documentation on what Yosef is he published?
You want to look into if he's like done any writing or anything?
Yes.
You can you can do a library lore or society or diplomacy.
Library lore.
If you're doing library lore though,
Oh,
it would
wait.
be
I got an academia lore.
I'll take it. Unfortunately, still no.
1.
So just based on your experiences and your preliminary research, you haven't found anything by Yosef Xarwin.
Secretive.
Was Yosef the guy that had the star power stuff? Or was it someone else?
That is unclear.
Could I do a Glean lore feature to find that out?
You can do, once again, your choice of library lore, society, or diplomacy. You guys are definitely staying in your lane. I like that.
Okay. I was gonna say, if I do the Glean lore, I can do a religion check to do it.
Oh, What is that?
So this is my feature, Glean Lore. You tap into the collected lore of the divine, accessing a variety of potentially useful information. Attempt a religion check to understand the information you gain. The GM sets the DC, similar to a recall knowledge, potentially adjusting to check for topics far removed from your mystery. But since you mentioned some guy was into the stars, I would like to.
Yeah. Okay, you can do that.
Okay. Let's see if I can actually do it. All right, hit the religion button.
Mm-hmm. Because feats override, or specific overrides general.
Cool. So I got a
17 is not quite enough. Unfortunately, yeah, it's too obscure. And to be fair, like this is a long way from home.
Oh no, that's fine. Failure. You recall incorrect information or gain an erroneous or misleading clue. Whatever you want to tell me.
It's supposed to be a secret roll.
For you.
Actually,
okay.
this is a secret roll. So what I'm gonna do is re-roll it.
Okay.
With your bonus.
Okay. You roll for me. And now I don't know. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, we're learning.
Okay, and you were trying to learn what about Yosef Xarwin?
If he was the one related to the stars and all that.
Okay,
I don't know if he's like me.
Your understanding is that he is indeed like you, that he's gifted with prophecy and a follower of
Desna. I'm so excited. The fortunes tell all. I'll tell you all that.
Okay. Is there any other preliminary checks? Like you guys want to test, like if you just knew something going into this or whatever?
What about an occultism? Was there a cult there? I guess. I don't know. I'm reaching here.
You don't actually know what occultism is for, do you?
Nope.
Okay. That is for spirits and like psychic stuff and Lovecraft bullshit and aliens and what have you.
Perfect. Like I went to go see where everything I had a number in that could have been useful.
That probably not in this situation. You guys just don't have enough to tie any of this to occult yet.
I have one.
Yes.
Can I recall if it was mentioned by anybody in my family, like my father or something like that?
Yeah. You can do, if you have a pertinent lore skill, let me know. Otherwise, it would be society or diplomacy. Actually, in this case, probably society.
No, I don't think the other two. So society, you say?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 13.
No one ever really mentioned it. You guys' rolls, man. I'm scared.
Gonna be fine.
This is not good.
Sometimes
this is not good rolling.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Maybe we can travel around town, ask people for information. I don't know. Are you all from around here?
I've been here for some time, but no.
I got here like a couple days ago.
I grew up around here. I know some people and I can go ask some questions.
Perhaps you would like company. I can go with you.
The people that I usually know aren't very fond of outsiders, so that might not be the best choice. They probably wouldn't tell me much.
I see.
They're all very skittish.
Oh, should I wear clothes then when I go outside?
You just be yourself.
Somehow I feel like that would be worse. In my mind.
Cilantro, little buddy, I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to help you at all. I think you might just go out there and be loud and proud.
I could weave you a little hat or tie.
I don't know what those are. I think I'll be fine.
If you guys got everything under control, I would like to continue to speak with the venture captain.
Feel free.
I need you to leave.
No, you should leave.
You guys need to get out of here.
Aw,
Where are we
information
again?
should be
What
shared
room are
freely.
we
You're in like a conference room in the Pathfinder lodge.
We are having a meeting. I mean,
Okay.
and we were here first, so.
It's okay. I will. I'll speak with you later, Dennis. Just go. All right. See ya, I guess. We are going to tend to some business, though. So, you know the way out. Our resources are at your disposal. Good luck. Oh, one last thing. For purposes of Chronicles, is there any name by which you wish to call yourselves? Think on it. Think on it. Let me know at some point. And
Is
you
that a
are
thing
now actually alone.
people? Is that a thing people do?
We can name it after you. It's your house.
A what?
The O'Connor expedition? I don't know.
Oh, that does have a nice ring to it.
I figured you'd like it.
Well, are you sure you don't want company? I could back you up.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to Red Roof. Down there, it's not
What is
very
Red
fond
Roof?
of-
I could accompany you. I am very good at hiding.
I appreciate the offers. I don't think I should have any trouble down there. 'Tis where
I can
grew
follow
up,
you
so.
anyway.
That's me. That's not my character, just to be clear. Raziel kind of sighs and she's like, as long as you stay out of sight.
Is that like a the poor part of the city?
Yes, I did not grow up very wealthy.
Huh. But you are doing better now, I see.
Somewhat. My fortunes have turned just a little.
I did confirm that, but I did look.
So I
No.
suppose I can stay with the fortune teller and the her
You may call me Herb.
the herb.
Fine with me. Herb, you and I are gonna get along so well as I tell you all about the things in the sky.
Oh God.
I actually am interested about the aliens as well.
On that note, as you guys start looking into your preliminary research, what do you guys want to do in Kintargo while you're still here in town?
Find somebody that knows information that I don't.
Yeah, we definitely need to ask around.
Okay, so you're asking around. Okay.
Yeah.
This would be diplomacy checks unless you have something that lets you do otherwise. Like if you have criminal connections. In fact, Kelso, you can use thievery in this case.
Oh, I can?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want-
Instead of diplomacy.
One from each of us?
Each of you who's doing this work, yes.
Oh, I'm good at diplomacy.
I am too.
In fact, I think this is considered an exploration activity or downtime activity. Give me a second to check.
It's not
Yeah.
downtime, it's exploration.
It's exploration. So this is what you guys are doing is the investigate action.
Can I aid?
I believe you actually can. Wait, no, that's not an exploration activity.
Dang.
Okay, so Kelso, you were talking to some of your contacts.
Yes.
It takes you about 2 hours of asking around, mingling with, you know, your
underworld.
people.
It's fine.
So you may choose either Yosef. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This would be on Xarwin Manor. You have discovered. You've learned something.
Yay.
Thank fuck somebody's learning something.
Yeah, at least we got some information. Gosh.
You find some folks who can tell you, first of all, the location of Xarwin Manor and Crook Cove.
Oh my god, we didn't even ask them.
I assumed
found out-
they told us where.
They told
You have the
Crook
deed,
Cove.
I guess.
They
so-
did, and they said Crook Cove, but it occurs to you that they may not have known where it is because Crook Cove is not on any maps that you guys have found.
Oh. This is not proper.
Which was a problem
No.
until Raziel, am I saying that right? Raziel?
Yeah.
Raziel finds the location of Xarwin Manor and Crook Cove, and you also find that the manor was actually built in 4642. It was built in the 40s. For context, it's 4719 right now. Effectively, think of it this way. 4719 is 2019. 4642 would be 1942.
Okay.
If that gives you some context of how old it is. You also find that the house was actually allegedly abandoned in 4657.
So there were only people there for like 10 years?
15 years, but yeah. Before it was abandoned.
Interesting.
What a waste of a house.
So that's what you get from your criminal contacts.
I'm sure there's something living in it.
Oh, while this person that I don't remember the name of in character is doing all these things, I'm probably gonna get sidetracked and start helping people on the side, but stay nearby.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, it's Red Roof, so
Yeah.
fortunately you look homely enough that nobody really is bothered by you being in Red Roof. Like, you don't come across as a pretentious, it
How
works.
dare you? I feel like that's it.
Very pointed comment.
It works. So, other exploration activities. Was anyone else doing anything here?
Diplomacy from me.
Yeah, me too.
You are,
but
and you are asking around about Xarwin Manor or Yosef Xarwin?
Yosef Xarwin.
Okay. And Nit, what about you?
also,
Actually, let's do. I'll do one at a time so I don't forget anything. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Ash, go ahead.
I got 21.
21. Asking around, nobody can really tell you anything about
Great.
Yosef.
well, that's not good because I got an 18 in the same check looking for Yosef, so we're both coming
Yeah.
empty-handed.
It seems like knowledge of the dude is more obscure.
I guess he's a nobody.
Alvin, what about you? Are you doing anything with an exploration activity?
Well, I want to find out about Yosef, but specifically, does he like using certain symbols? Does he meet with odd people? And I'd like to use my background schooled in secrets.
What is that? What you do?
Signs and symbols that members of mysterious cults and other secret societies use to declare their affiliation with fellow members.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can use occultism. All right, that is a perfect.
Not
oh,
one.
Oh, no.
Oh, what the?
God damn it!
You
This
know,
is
they're
really setting
they're
the
probably
tone.
not used to speaking to ficus bushes.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, you are very well. Don't forget, by the way, you guys do have like 12 chat's blessings.
I don't think that helps with the natural one.
That's not a natural one. It was a 5.
Oh,
It's not though.
I thought you said it was a natural one. Sorry.
Yeah, you got a
Oh.
+8 modifier, so 13 would be 5.
Why is it all red? Okay, I guess that counts as a.
You know?
Critical
Weird.
fail, maybe? I don't know.
It's no, it's not. It's not even
No,
a
it's
critical
just a
fail.
normal fail.
I'm even throwing words out,
So-
okay?
If you want, you could spend. Never mind. It would be 12.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to spend 12 chats, all of your chat's blessings on this?
No,
I would not recommend that.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, not. You guys have spent about 2 hours now, moving about Kintargo, talking to who you can, dipping into some occult libraries. All you've really learned is what I gave you about Xarwin Manor.
Oh dear. Anna is totally convinced that Desna will lead the way and there's nothing to worry about. But Nit the player is worried.
Askell the GM, Askell the GM is also worried. You guys are rolling really, really bad.
It's okay. We rolled really, really bad on the Sunday game at first, and now we're good at the game. So
You're good at it, but you still roll really, really bad. So that's not reassuring.
I don't roll that bad all the time anymore.
We've learned to deal
Live
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can keep doing this if you want. It just takes time. It's just a matter of how long you want to spend doing this before
Well,
you set out.
I will do it again, this time for the manor.
That was also my thought. But you go first.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Diplomacy again, I assume. 17.
17. Do you want to spend one chat's blessing?
It sounds like I need one chat's blessing. Yes.
Okay. All right. In that case, oops. Technically, only now is when I was supposed to give you all that information on Xarwin Manor, because that's your second. You've now accumulated 2 research points on Xarwin Manor.
Oh.
So effectively, this would be when you learn the location, the date of its construction, and the date it was abandoned.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Oops.
Sorry, these research rules are new to me. I'm still learning. I'm new.
Alright, let me see if I can get anything more in circles here. Dice be nice. Nope. That's
No,
a
Man.
13.
guys.
We're trying! Shut up!
I rolled a 4.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? That's fair. So, I mean, you know where it is, though. You've got enough information that you could head for it now. Technically, though, that means that Akeen and Herb and Raziel have another opportunity to do something, since the other 2 did too.
I guess I will keep asking around.
Okay. Xarwin
I
Manor
guess-
or Yosef?
I think I'll do Yosef this time because I don't know. I feel like we might have more luck in remove, but I don't know for a fact. So
Okay. You can do your choice of thievery or society.
let's do society this time.
Can we roll above a 10 or what?
Okay, so do you want to spend 2 chat's blessings here? You guys got a ton, so
Is it? Nit is nodding at me, so I'm gonna say yes.
We have
Okay.
like 11 left.
Okay, I'll take 2.
So in doing that, you have gained 1 research point toward Yosef Xarwin. Not enough to have any info yet, but basically you're talking to people who there's whispers of him. Like you're getting bits and pieces, nothing coherent. But I'm gonna do I'm just gonna track the number of research points that you guys have on these things. Okay. I've updated the respective topics for those. Okay. And then Herb?
You know what? Herb feels like he's onto something here. Like the fact that no one's talking to him means something's up. So I'm just gonna think that maybe there's groups of people that have been going to that the manor. Just gonna try occultism again. See if
Okay.
there's a secret group going to.
And you
The
said this
manor.
is on the manor?
Yep.
Okay.
20 total. Roll the 12.
That will succeed, which will give you another research point, but you don't get any actual information per se. You're just finding little bits and pieces, some historical lore, stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, like, you're getting closer, though, to the next research topic, or the next point at which you guys get info. You're progressing the research. Finally, Akeen.
I can't aid.
Correct.
I miss aiding.
Not in exploration, anyway. Not like with this.
Yeah, I don't know what Akeem would do in this situation because she's not very good at social stuff.
It's fine if you're not doing anything.
She can ask about the, I guess, spirits in the manor if there's any like cool ghost stories, right? That
That would
falls
still
under?
be society.
Ah! Thought I could word it. You know what? Balls to the walls, right?
You got this, lucky dice, lucky dice.
They're not lucky. They hate me.
Oh.
God.
2.
Wow.
That turned out about how we expected, I think. Yeah, no one really has anything to say about it.
You know, Akeen isn't really trying at this point. She's just following around, but then a little old lady fell, so she went to go help the old lady. And then she went to ask, but the question kind of fell short when the old lady, "Oh, I like my baked goods. Here's a pie," kind of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I
I
gotcha.
acquire a pie?
You can have a pie.
Hell yeah.
There you go. There you go. Now everybody's happy. Okay. So at this point, you've spent about 4 hours around Kintargo, asking around, talking to people, tapping into old contacts. You guys want to keep going, or are you ready to go?
I got the
fuck
pie.
this.
But I know all I need to know about Yosef. He's just like me. Like we are one and the same. I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay.
What do you need from him?
Oh, I mean he's like he also could speak to the stars.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Raziel is a little bit skeptical still. She doesn't like going into things without more knowledge than this, but she's fine with moving on because it doesn't seem like this is really getting us anywhere.
Yeah. You guys are definitely getting the vibe like this is from the 40s and 50s. Like nobody really knows anything here. There's not even ghost stories.
You gotta ask like elves or something. Elves know everything.
Yeah, that might help. So,
Have you tried asking somebody who lives longer?
as you guys are leaving town, are you asking?
Yep. I have a pie.
Are you going to bribe them with a pie?
I was thinking of eating it myself.
Well, thank you
This
for
is of charity.
sharing.
Elves don't take kindly to people who look like I do, so they're not my first thought of a person to ask.
Just a note, by the way, I don't know if you guys caught it earlier. Raziel's ears would be really long and distinctly elvish. And would it be safe to assume you've got the elf eyes as well? Where there's no whites to your eye, it's just all iris?
Sure.
Like a full... What did you say your eye color is?
Purple.
Purple. So yeah, you've just got like full purple eyes.
Alexia will cock her head. Aren't you of elven ancestry?
They don't like the other half. The horns and the tail really give it away, so
Oh,
they don't talk to me very much.
you
Yeah, I
don't
should
see
bribe
that
them
very
with a pie.
often. A tiefling. Alexia seems very pleased by this.
She's like,
I like that Alexia has the social grace to pretend she's only now noticing the horns and tail.
she's like, oh, interesting. Those just appeared.
I'm very polite. I don't just point out people's horns.
I am looking at I could bribe them, I guess. And I'm just like staring at the pie like, oh.
I think we have enough information. I know where it is.
I think we might have better luck if we just take a look at what's there.
And then maybe if something actually is wrong, maybe tomorrow we can find more information.
So it's a 280-mile trek to Crook Cove.
Holy shit, I will need a horse. I cannot walk that far.
I walk all the time. No problem.
The
Whatever.
Pathfinders will provide you guys with horses. That's fine.
That's much faster. I prefer it.
as you
Herb kind of looks kind of hesitantly at the horses.
they will provide you with a pony.
All right. Even then,
Wait,
you
wait,
know.
wait, wait. No, he can ride with me. He is small.
He's not gonna get anywhere near the mounts of those things.
Yeah, I was gonna
just
say I
start
feel like the
chomping.
horses would try to eat.
I don't know how.
or-
Like, I know he's pretty small, so I don't know how well he's gonna fit. So I'm gonna take my scarf and kind of like wrap it around us so he doesn't fall.
Okay.
Like tie it to my back.
Yeah. Very by
Okay.
the way, very like earthy, fresh mowed grass smell from him. Interestingly.
Have a delightful
I have-
scent.
I have a super random question, only because this is just my brain being dumb. Are Herb's feet like roots? Is that how you do you walk? Are they roots?
Yes.
Alvin?
Okay.
Yes.
I just needed
That's
the
how,
imagery. I just needed it.
that's how he eats. He needs to be planted with sunlight.
So you walk and
Good
eat. Okay.
lord.
On them.
Yep.
I love it.
Photosynthetic.
I love
Yep.
this.
Okay. So we're gonna kind of glaze over the next few days because it is a few days of travel. You get to know each other a little better, and we will absolutely be spending some time on that. But I just want to actually, you know what? Let's do this. As you're setting out, our camera sort of pans out, covering vast miles and miles and miles of distance to a place that is dark and empty and abandoned. A partially collapsed town. A sign hanging broken off of one of its posts. Pilings of wood jutting from the surf at the edge of the coast, on the shoreline. And a lone surviving house standing in a clearing atop a wooded bluff overlooking this ghost town, surrounded by a rusty iron fence. A lone figure stands in the curtained upper floor window. And then the light fades as the curtain closes, hiding the figure within. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Aliens.
Get out of my house, bitch!
Spirits, not aliens.
So yeah, welcome to Malevolence. It's
Exciting.
good to meet all of your lovely characters.
Ghosts?
afraid.
Sorry
Ain't
about
afraid of no ghosts.
oh, you're not afraid yet. You will be. I'm sorry about some of the I'm still learning the mechanics here. We all are,
Figuring it
except
out.
for Alvin, who has a photosynthetic memory for RPG rules. You sunk your roots into it and absorbed.
Wait,
the-
you're just saying I have a light memory. That
You know,
Yep, you eat it in the sun.
you know what? You can't even remember what you had for dinner, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's got to fill that brain space with something,
With rules and
with
lore
knowledge
and
and obscure. Yeah.
who
Yep.
cares what you ate, right?
That's loud. Sorry, I'm still getting all the audio tracks figured out. But as we play on, we'll get smoother with the rules. We'll learn how to Pathfinder 2.
We'll figure out.
Some
what
of
we're
us are
doing.
coming from Pathfinder 1. Some of us are coming from 5th edition, and some of us have never played a TTRPG before.
Oh.
That's me.
We're gonna try to keep it as smooth as possible. I'm gonna be studying every week, and we will be live with more of this game next week and every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, New York time.
Join us for aliens.
God damn it!
Aliens.
I do love that I just have a track at the very top of my list in the jukebox titled, and I quote, "Herb's bullshit."
It's not bullshit.
Yeah,
it's
it's
real.
aliens.
look, this
Star
man was
metal is
probably
alien.
made.
I'm just
by
throwing that out
aliens.
there.
Did
He
you
has
bring
his own
that with
alien
you?
truck.
Did you bring your egg with you?
It's too heavy.
I was gonna say there is no way I would not have given him that much knockwool if I knew there was a chance he could bring it with him.
Too heavy.
Kidding me?
You needed some time to mess with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'll give you my alternate explanations of the aliens later. That's where my powers
Yeah.
come from, so.
I mean, listen. You know what? Technically, Desna is an alien.
There,
I don't know if you knew
perfect.
this. Desna is considered a great old one.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
she's just a benevolent, a nice great old one.
Perfect.
great
She's
old
like
grandmother.
one of the only ones.
Great old granny.
Yeah, I know Yog Sothoth is chaotic neutral, and I think Azathoth is neutral, but most of them are like, yeah, they're evil, usually.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Also, I wanna throw this out there before we wrap up. We will be live on this channel again. Oh, not this coming Sunday, but most Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons with a different group. But otherwise, we will see you guys on Friday. I, for one, cannot freaking wait. I'm so excited about this adventure and game, and you guys are so much fun.
I will try to be here, but no promises.
It's
Promise
fine.
me.
I'll just kill you off. All right. So,
Oh.
with that being
She
said,
just got here.
thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Knit, do the thing.
Yeah.